Are you? Oh,
We're
okay.
there. What did you guys do last week?
Brought to you by Twisted X.
I'm having a Coke today. I have had way too much alcohol over the weekend. I am taking a break.
Take this jacket off. My mic is like rubbing up against the zipper constantly.
Oh. Well, we took a short rest. I think that was one of our first things we did.
Yep.
Kalain and Irina had a little chat.
We did. She was questioning why she had to leave. So just expect more of that later on. Steven, you there?
Yeah.
You cut out for a second, that's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not surprising.
And then we made our way the long way to
Vallaki.
yes, to Vallaki or Vallaki, whichever one floats your boat. Pretty seamless traveling, I would say. I think because we chose a longer path, we didn't run into any obstacles up until we got to the bridge. Once we got to the bridge, that's when we saw something sketchy happening. We saw a horse and carriage, the same carriage we saw at the graveyard back in the village of Barovia. And at the head of it was this dude named Rahadin, I think his name was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rodden.
Yeah, pretty much said, "Hey, I'm not here to attack you guys. I'm here to talk." Asked that he talk to Dallin and Kalain alone. And at that point, he offered our sister's body for Katarina, which pretty sure Dallin's like, Arena, sorry about that. Dallin's like, I don't know about that. And Kalain's like, hey, go suck a dick. He got a little pissy. He's like, hey, if you talk to me like that again, I'm going to show you. That didn't happen. But he left with no other, I guess, issues. Of course, we communicated that to the rest of the guys. Everyone kind of agreed we're not doing that. And we moved forward.
He chucked Callista's head at us at one
That's
point.
right, Callista.
Yeah, she went against Strahd's wishes and dug up the body. That was an important point in that.
Yep.
Yeah.
We threw that head into the river.
Kicked it. We kicked it into the river.
Okay, someone kicked it. I don't have enough. Kalei doesn't have enough strength for that. It might have been that one then. We went a little bit past Tesser Falls, and then we encountered this fellow.
Two goons.
Two goons.
Couple of blokes.
Couple of chads. Looking for a little girl. Apparently, there's a little girl that was lost. After almost blundering our negotiations because of Judas, we still secured safe travel through the road, 45 gold pieces, which, again, saved us a lot of trouble, I think, up until we decided to rest at a certain, not a house, like a safe house, I guess. Because at night we did run into, not we, but someone, who was it?
Me.
Dallin ran into a
Revenant. Who was
he had to make sure. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure you had to say something like, we're not aligned to Strahd or something like that. But that was cool. No other issues for the rest of the night. We continued that morning, and we got to the Durst Mill. We all decided to go check it out just for a bit. We didn't want to keep trying to get what's the guy's name again?
Which guy?
The guy who's guy. No, the guy who's guiding us. Yosef.
Yosef.
Yosef and Esili are their names. Vasily are their names. And like, hey, okay, go for 30 minutes. If not, we're out of here. Something like that. I'm like, all right, cool. We head over there, check it out. Nothing crazy, but my eagle or hawk that I sent out got a nat 20 on a perception check and noticed that there was three, not monoliths, forget blanking on the word, or four
Megaliths?
monoliths, megaliths, and there's also teeth, children's teeth, spread around there,
Totally
which
normal.
felt totally normal for Barovia. So didn't really bat an eye against it. We're like, ah, it's normal stuff. We're not even gonna check this out. We're gonna keep going.
This is just
Uh,
Tuesday.
Yeah. We realized that with Irina with us, we didn't really want to risk anything happening to her, so we decided to just check this out afterwards and kept moving.
Also,
Um,
the Raven told us it was sketchy as hell, and they were like, "Back the fuck up." So we trusted
Yeah,
them.
there was a few of them, and they all flew off because they didn't want to be there either. Um, we kept moving and got to Vallaki. I think one of our first stops was to go to. Gotta flip pages here.
We just walked through the town with the guard. We didn't go anywhere. He just
Well,
gave
we
us a
went,
tour.
we went to the Baron's house.
Yeah, we didn't do anything. We just walked there.
Yeah, they pretty much told us, hey, you can't come in here.
Oh
Get
yeah,
out
they
of here.
didn't tell us to fuck off.
Yeah, pretty much told us, hey, we don't want you here. Get out of here. We failed a perception check, so we didn't know what was going on kind of inside. But the gist of it was he pretty much told us to scram. That's
Yeah.
it.
Pretty good. Very good.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys missed any details. You guys never do, but yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of going back to that town. Did you guys have any questions or anything? I know we kind of went through that town pretty quickly. I was trying to get to a good stopping point. I know it
One
kind of
more thing.
seemed a little strange that you guys were just able to get into town, but like they have certain rules and regulations that they were following. I just
Yeah.
didn't play it very well personally.
One rule is that you should always be happy. If you're not, you will get a donkey head put on your head. So that's another detail that.
I'm just gonna grab a hoodie. I'm kind of cold.
What's that like?
It feels great, actually.
And you told
Getting
Jose the
there.
window was open. He about flipped out the other night.
I think Friday or Thursday. I could be remembering this wrong. It was relatively recent that we finally went under the hundreds.
You were still in the hundreds? Jesus Christ, man.
We like cooled down for like 3 weeks, and then we had like a week-long heat wave for some reason. But then it just dove after that. It's beautiful out now.
Fuck that.
We lost Steve.
Yeah. He messed up my portraits in the stream. Now Austin's cut in half on 2 different ones.
We even lost him in the game. I wonder. Oh,
He said his Google Fiber stopped working.
no, that's not
Yeah.
good.
Just by the way, I'm feeling kind of sick, so I'm like sniveling a lot, so I'm gonna be muted unless I'm the guy talking or whatever. So if I'm like talking and y'all see me, just yell at me.
We'll do.
We'll give you one of these. It's the signal to shut the fuck up. Okay. So you guys are over in front of the Burgomaster's mansion. You got led there by this guard, this no-named, or I think he even had it. I think it was Grosden. He led you guys through town over to the Burgomaster's mansion, given that you provided this pivotal information that the Burgomaster of the village of Barovia had perished. And bringing this news to the Burgomaster's mansion, they brought it back inside, and then the guard came back out. Seemingly told you guys to fuck off because I was going to end it there. But what he really does, you see a heavily armored guard kind of approach your party after he had gone inside and relayed the information. He wears significantly better armor, and his all around seems to be like in higher station than this other guard. He stops short of you guys as he walks up, kind of chewing. Maybe you caught him like in the middle of the day's lunch or something. Kind of rests his hand lazily on his weapon on the side, as he kind of speaks, kind of takes one final swallow, whatever he's chewing on. And he looks to the guard that brought you guys here. With a bit of disdain in his voice, he kind of addresses him. Soldier, clear this lot off. You should have consulted me before letting this vagabonds in. He gazes, kind of shifts over to your party. So the burgomaster of the village is dead. Message received. Why does it take 5 men and a woman to deliver this? What are you really here for?
Hmm. I don't know who all to
Also-
share certain infos
Oh.
with. What?
Also, to be honest, I'm kind of in the same boat a little bit as Austin, a little sick and sniffly. So
I'll get sick for.
Well, that's great that you're snivelly. You're going to answer my question. What are you doing here in Vallaki? Surely not 5 men and 1 woman need to deliver a single message, but a dead baron that we hear nothing about.
Well, sir, it's dangerous roads, dangerous times. I do believe that going out as a group is safer.
All right. Bezier said that your business is your own, but feel free to lie directly to my face.
No lying, sir, but if you don't mind, we'll take our leave now. We only wanted to deliver this news.
Not so fast. In the hopes of not disturbing the Baron's peace, and while you're remaining in this town, you will abide by our laws. He kind of gestures towards all your horses. Those beasts need to be stabled, or we won't be shoveling your shit up and down this streets. There is no travel permitted within the town on beasts. If you're coming and going, that's fine, but to and from, they need to be stabled. We will not put up with the mess.
That's not a problem, sir. That one over there points at the ass. The fucking Bartholomew is a real shitter. He'll shit all over this town, so we'll make sure to put him in the stables. Don't want to cause
Right.
any trouble.
Sure.
Where might you have
he
some
is
public?
no, I was just gonna say he's a little. He's small,
Judas,
but
Judas,
he's
Judas, your
big.
throat. Clear your throat. Remember. And then I whisper to him,
Oh.
your accent.
I care not about which animal shits the most. If you wish to stable your creatures, I believe the Blue Water Inn has a stable. Otherwise, you would have to either set them loose, and I'm sure those vagrant Vistani at the camp down to the southwest may purchase them. They'll buy anything, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for answering. I was about to ask that.
Secondly, I heard you kind of going into it.
Yeah, thank you.
Secondly, and perhaps most importantly, keep your damn noses clean. Don't rile up the populace. As they say, unhappiness is not legal in Vallaki. The real source of the illegalness is upstarts and dissonance towards the Baron. I'll hear nothing of it. Any demonstration against the will of the Baron will be squashed unrelentingly. Thirdly, any and all conflict will be handled by myself, or, and you don't want this, Bailiff Strahd. No fighting in town. And if you have attracted the bailiff's attention, you're either already dead or already on your way out the gate. Any questions? Do I make myself clear?
Most definitely, certainly clear, yes. What was that gentleman's name one more time?
The bailiff will be Bailiff Strahd.
Of course, I spelled it wrong.
If you get his attention, you've
Oh.
already done bad. You do not want to meet this man.
No, we don't. No, we don't,
I
sir.
nailed
That's-
that one
that's
without.
clear.
I missed the F, but I nailed it.
I had Y and not I.
No further questions.
Just one. What if somebody tries to fight me?
You get a guard. See how simple that is?
All right.
Good. Welcome to Vallaki, and clear off. And he kind of turns, and you can hear like the chainmail on his heavy boots as he kind of goes up the cobblestone steps into the burgomaster's front entrance of the big mansion.
Did we catch his name? What was his name?
Pokes his head back out. And if you ever get into any trouble and you do need it settled, you can talk to any of the guards here in town. Ask them for Guard Captain Stoyle. That's me.
I guess I.
Guard Captain what?
Stoyle.
Doyle.
S-
You like cut out
Stoyle,
as soon as you said it.
not Doyle.
The gate guard, kind of seemingly standing there the majority of this conversation, kind of gives like a simpleton's like effortless shrug. He issues you kind of a small side eye, mumbles something about deserving an extra ration for bringing you guys, but he kind of under his breath, kind of frustrated, makes his way back to the gate. A bit of like a better description of the town since we were short on time last time. As you guys were kind of going through town to this location, most people kind of stood in place and just kind of watched as you went through town, kind of a bit awkwardly, a little bit blank faced that you've gotten grown accustomed to. Some people immediately picked up their pace when they saw you kind of darting out of sight or into homes or market stalls, whatever, just kind of getting away from these outlanders. Very few gave nods of greeting, but there were a few. And as you guys kind of began to make your way through the town, it did start to sprinkle a little bit. Rains are starting to return again. All right.
Money,
So what are you guys doing?
what time is it right now in game?
It is a little after midday.
Okay. I suppose the first thing we should do is go to the stables.
I think so. Sorry about that. I wasn't thinking in front of him.
Yeah, you almost blew it. Would have jailed you, right?
You
Would have jailed you like that.
You still have a chance to change that accent.
No,
Yeah.
I quite like it. They should keep that.
Much obliged there, sir.
Well, I think we should head on over to the Blue Water Inn, stable our horses, put the asses away. See if we can find a safe place to potentially store our cart so that we don't have Judas hauling it around everywhere for us.
I mean, if you want it to be pulled at a pretty safe space there, then yeah, might as well. No. It's dirty.
It's too much. It's too much. It hurts.
Okay.
I was trying to like soften it. Full disclosure, I was trying to soften the Eastern European thing, and then it's like, okay, fine, we're doing another accent then. Jesus.
I was looking forward to dropping that bomb on you. I'm glad we're there now. I'm like changing your character's voice halfway through the campaign. So you guys make your way up the now wet cobblestone path back up to where you were told earlier. You saw the sign for the Blue Water Inn, the only inn in town. This slouching, you come around the bend, you see this building, and these buildings are in decent shape, but they are old. They definitely show all the markings and like the signs of diligent care, but definitely age. This slouching like centuries old stone church, or sorry, wrong one. There we go. There's gray smoke that kind of is coming out of the top of the chimney of like this large. It's a 2-story like wooden building with like stone foundation. You could see parts of the roof, the wooden tile roof, are kind of like sagging in some parts. And hanging above the main entrance depicts like a blue waterfall. And perched all along the top side of like the tallest girder is you see a bunch of ravens up there.
I have 3 questions for each of them. Is there sound right now? I'm not hearing anything.
Like music?
Yeah, it keeps,
Yeah, I always
it
have
keeps
to like
stopping for me.
go.
I had to refresh earlier, and then it went away again. I
Oh,
don't know
it's
why.
playing for me. I don't know.
I'll try.
I'll start the music again.
I'll try refreshing again. Oh yeah, I'll see if that fixes it first.
There we go.
That did it. I
Huh.
don't know. It was
Okay.
fine earlier, and then it suddenly stopped. So I don't know. Do we see a stable somewhere? Is it out back, around one of the sides? Anything like that?
So yeah, what you see too, right away you see like there's a stable in the back, fairly decent sized, and a few other kind of markings on some of these buildings indicating like entire, like separate buildings that are like hotel rooms, like by
Oh, so
themselves.
it's not just one
Like a
building. There's
guest
like
house.
multiple buildings.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a couple of buildings. There's a two-story inn, and there's a couple of buildings outside. One of them, you've seen a stable before, similar in architecture with the tackle and all that shit on the side of the structure.
Head over there to see if anyone's working it. See if we can stable our horses without needing to go in, or send someone in to talk to the keep.
Going over to the stable, you see there's nobody currently working there. There is one singular horse in there. Give me an insight check.
Me?
You're proficient with land animals, right?
I don't have animal handling.
Not animal handling, proficiency with land vehicles, which is like horses and carts and stuff.
I don't think I do actually. Is it under tool proficiencies?
Yeah, it will
I
be.
just have Smith's tools and loot.
One of you is. I swear one of you is.
I have animal handling proficiency.
Austin, is it you?
With
Doesn't
what?
come from my
Where-
background.
What are we looking for?
Do you have land vehicle proficiency?
Yeah, I
How the
swear
hell
one
do
of
you
you
find
has
that?
It'd be under
I'm
weapon or
looking at your.
tool proficiency. It feels like
I'll
something I
check.
would have, but
I think
don't.
something didn't transfer over, but I'm pretty sure one of you does. Neither here nor there. Minor detail. It was going to just revolve around the fact that that the amount of hay in the barn itself doesn't really seem abundant. But yeah, no one's working there currently. But it does say like Blue Water Stable.
Okay. I guess we'll head back up front and, or I don't know, put our horses in the thing and then go talk to somebody inside, yeah?
That sounds like
See
a good
what-
idea.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right.
Keep someone with the cart for now until we find a safe spot for it, or just everyone head on in together.
I'll sit
Probably
outside.
leave somebody with it, yeah.
So you guys
Someone
probably
riding.
parked everything and tied the horses to the stable. Like, what do they call those when you like Old West? You come up to where you
Oh.
tie your horse to.
Like the
Oh.
You
bike
know what I'm
rack.
talking about. Yeah, kind of like a
old
bike,
school bike rack.
the horse rack.
What is that called?
I
Like
can't
a-
remember.
I feel like I should know that.
Something
Like a
post.
tether post or something. But anyways, yeah, you do that. So
Yeah.
you
Hitching
post.
post?
Hitching
post.
post.
we almost made it.
Yep. Collectively, we have one brain amongst 6 people here.
That's not fair, dude. English is my second language, so
Heading inside, you look around the room and you see immediately on the entrance portico are a bunch of damp cloaks hanging from pegs. The tavern is packed with tables and chairs. Narrow paths meander between them. A bar stretches all along one wall under like a balcony that overhangs the entrance to the east side of the building. All the windows are fitted with thick shutters and crossbars made of iron. Lanterns hanging above the bar, resting on the tables, bathe the room in like a dull orange light, and they cast shadows upon the walls, most of which are adorned with wolf heads mounted on wooden plaques. Which you guys, this middle of the day, yeah. Behind the bar, you see a finely dressed man in nice linens and leathers. He seems a sturdy figure with hints of silver kind of threading through his once dark black beard and hair. He pays you no mind initially as he tends to 2 other patrons that are currently sitting at the bar. And as the wood creaks beneath your feet, his gaze turns toward you. A genial, inviting smile crosses his face. His weathered tan skin almost sparkling with kindness, he betrays a look of almost curiosity, one you might by this point have become used to in these lands, as you don't seem to be from around here, apparently. Who knew? It appears no matter where you go, travelers just don't seem to be a common sight in Barovia. The gentleman behind the bar kind of calls out, and he says, "Well, hello there. Please, have a seat. I will be with you in but one moment."
See,
Look, as you make your way in, looking around, you see there are 3 other villager types drinking and socializing in the corner. That's all. Yeah. Sorry. And there you see 2 fairly drunk young men, barely men, maybe like late teenagers, young men, I guess, are hooting and like hollering to a man standing in front of their table. This man is very brightly dressed and seems to be recounting a story of some kind. He definitely doesn't fit in with this crowd the way he is dressed. He's more like almost Vistani, but not really Vistani. Is he gonna be proficient with? We'll go with you guys, and Dallin, Kalain, and Vale. Give me a history check. So Vale, you've seen people like this before, actually many times while you were growing up. Almost like a carny type person. The way that the clothes are, someone that might travel from place to place amongst a carnival caravan. You kind of hear his bolsterous voice kind of rise and fall with the details of his tale, rhyming along the way as he goes. What are you guys doing?
I'd say Dallin's probably chilling, waiting for the barkeep to come around so we can talk to him about storing our horses here. At a table.
Yeah, I'm not about to. We have business in this town. Don't think Vale's about any kind of nonsense at the moment.
Yeah, trying to get some things taken care of. Dallin's same mood.
Does
Okay,
the guy have a monkey?
You do not currently see a monkey in the room. No.
That's with his Taraka card. An entertainer,
These are
with a monkey, I think, right?
all your Taraka cards, by the way. You guys
Yes.
can all, yeah.
Well, I guess the one that was read to him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody's sitting down at the table then, or?
Mhm.
Okay, so you guys all sit down. You can kind of start to hear a little bit of this gentleman's kind of story. He doesn't really sing in like a very good tone. He's not really singing. He's more just reciting poetry, even just like rhyming. Kind of seemingly a story about slaying a werewolf. You kind of hear a little bit of details here and there as he's recanting it, but you don't quite get the full effect. You don't really quite hear the entire story as he's kind of talking to these 2 young men from the distance that you're currently at. But some time begins to pass, and the large innkeeper begins to walk your way. And he looks like...
Hell yeah. Let's get the innkeeper up here.
This is really the only, like, I don't want to say good picture, but a picture.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
Very regal innkeeper.
Just like the Baron.
Fucking salt and pepper fox over here.
Yeah, you got silver
Damn.
lights. Welcome to the Blue Water. What brings you travelers to my doors?
We have some animals we would like to maybe.
What's that, lad?
store
I'm
here.
hard of hearing. Speak up a little bit.
We would like
Hey,
to store some animals.
Store some animals. Very well. Yeah, stables will be... Wait, well, how many animals?
What are we at? 6?
5?
4 and an ass.
4?
Yeah.
Or
So-
5 and an ass.
I think we each have one, and I got one more for the cart.
5 total.
Yeah,
5 total.
you know, mules are the
6.
same almost size as a horse, right?
We're at 6.
You ever
6
been around a
animals.
mule?
Not really, actually.
Yeah, that shows.
Okay. Like a
Mules
small
are
horse.
no, mules are pretty large.
Yeah,
they're not as big
like-
as a horse, so.
Sometimes
They're
bigger.
not as small as a donkey.
I've seen some really big motherfucking mules.
Sorry,
You'd be
I was raised with horses and a mule, and they were not the same size.
We have 6
Fair
animals, not 5.
6.
Is it 6?
Well,
Yeah, I bought an extra mule for the cart. Remember?
It's a bit of a tall order. Typically, it's only 2 silver pieces a night for an animal, but given my stocks, I would need to procure some more feed. Would need to be 4 silver pieces a night per animal.
Well, we'll pay for the night, and if we need to keep them there longer, then we'll let you know.
Sure. Would you be spending the night here as well? Yourselves? Surely you don't mean to sleep in the barn with the animals.
I don't believe
I don't
we
know what our
thought
plan
that
is yet.
far. Do you have enough room for us?
Well, sure. I heard about some happenstances of people coming in the town, numbering in 6, and just so happens one of our guest houses out back we had prepared for 6. And he just gives this big grin.
What do you know?
Not much
What a
happens
coincidence.
in this town without me hearing about it.
Apparently so. How much does the guest house cost?
Well, it includes a beef broth soup dinner and laundry. It'll be 2 gold pieces per night.
For the lot of us.
For the lot of you, that is correct. But do not sleep on the cooked wolf steak. That is an additional gold piece, but it has its benefits.
So, was it 4 silver per mount, or 4 for the lot of us?
4 per mount.
4 per
You're
mount,
gonna
2 gold
Eat
with
just kind of house and home.
with laundry and breakfast included.
Wait, brother. That's
Dinner included.
extra bill for that wolf meat soup. Might be a good deal as well.
Wolf.
I was just
steak.
trying to figure out the price.
Wolf
so-
steaks. I'm sorry, sir.
No worries at all. We also have a purple grape mash number 3. There's 3 copper pieces a pint. Not my favorite, but gets the job done. Also, a red dragon crush for 1 silver piece a pint from the Wizard of Wines.
Sounds like a soda.
Fresh soda.
It is
So
It just sounds like
total, it's gonna be.
Did you say
Hold on,
the Red Crush whatever is from the Wizardly Wine?
Wizard of
Wizard
Wines.
Wine?
That's correct.
Okay.
How much is to have a wizard heat our tubs for us nightly? And have him dedicated to that task entirely.
This is not that kind of establishment. Perhaps you should seek a certain individual, I believe, in Neverwinter.
His name was Benjamin. I was just trying to figure out the totals. I'm not saying I was going for that or anything. Like, you know, I was just trying to figure out what our totals were, guys. What y'all think?
Just wrote it in there.
Oh, perfect.
Fairly steep, but I assure you, it is a lack of well, what you'll come to find. There's not much of abundance in Barovia.
Sounds like we don't have much of a choice, and I vote that the folks who did not pay for safe passage here, maybe pitch in some gold for this.
Well, sorry to intrude again, but if it is too steep, I do know some people we may be able to sell animals to. Adventurers have done it in the past, especially if they travel west.
If we were able to procure some feed, would that be able to cut down on the per mount cost of storing our animals within your stables?
Well, I don't take advantage of the situation. It would, even if you were to go get it, it'd be about the same. The only markup I get is off the initial car bit. Anything after that, I do at cost. I'm an honorable man. But if you want to go pick up the hay yourselves for free and save me some time, by all means.
Real quick, whenever we approached, I meant to kind of ask this. The sign outside, because I do see a sign outside the inn. What condition was it in?
I'd say the metal's a little bit rusted, but very legible. Shows that it
Okay.
says just that, well, not legible. It's not even words. It just shows a blue waterfall.
Okay.
The paint's a little old, maybe chipped in some places, but you can tell it's been painted a few times over. Anything you're
Gotcha.
looking for specifically?
Just kind of like kind of if it looks a little rundown or anything, because it's going to apply to what I'm going to do here.
Kinda. I mean, most everything here just seems old, but not neglected.
Gotcha. Well, how about if there's any is there any work to be done for you? I mean, we're a pretty handy lot. If there's anything
Well-
we can do to work off some of our debts, I mean, I saw that sign out there. I'm pretty good with the pen and with the paintbrush. You know, I could always redo the sign for you if you want to give us a little
Well,
discount.
I mean, Judas, just speaking for myself, I would far rather just foot the gold than work myself.
How about we figure out if we're staying the night or not before we
well,
talk about pay?
You guys,
No,
I
it's
thought we were
fine,
staying.
This
think we
southern
should
gentleman
stay.
brings up a good point. I have
Southern
run into
gentleman.
some trouble as of late. That, well, seeing how, no offense, but heavily armed that you are, you seem to be the adventurer type. Well, my stocks.
I'm not against doing a little good. I just would prefer to not labor, if it's possible.
Well, we'll see for yourself. I am running dangerously low, absolutely crushingly low, on all of my wine stocks as of late. I was expecting a shipment many days ago,
Well,
and it has not arrived. I'd be willing to comp your rooms if you were to, say, go find that delivery and return it to me. Or deliver it in the first place. It never arrived.
All right, boys, he's giving us 4.5 gold. We gotta go.
Not the horses, though. They'll eat me out of house and home.
Oh god, not
that
even
is
4
not
gold.
just 2 gold. We better get that wolf steak at least half off.
There might be some monetary value that we could come to on top of the rooms, if need be.
I understand we don't know each other. Anything at this point that would put us in good standing in our relationship. We don't know how long we'll be staying in Barovias.
Sure, and all the information I might know
Yes.
may come in handy.
Indeed, I mean, you are a keeper of information as an innkeeper.
I believe we could at least store our animals here, and we can come back to you later about the gold for the
No
night.
rush.
But
I'll
we
be
do
here.
need to store our animals here per the law. So
Yes.
I've got 13 gold and 8 silver.
At this time, I'm gonna stick my head into the inn and just go, Judas, Boris just shit all over the road. You need to come out here and clean it up immediately. And can y'all please hurry up? It's raining cats and dogs out here.
I forgot Kevin wasn't in here. We're all just like kicked back with like an ale and eating. We're like, oh shit, Kevin.
Well,
I'm
Judas,
gonna
I wouldn't want to wind up in the stocks, so I'd go take care of that if I were you.
Yeah, Judas, I'm sure you could just scoop it up with mage hand or something, right? I'll leave it to you.
I just wave a hand and you just see it, just like the shit just floating.
Very impressive
Down the
thing
road.
you're doing with the shit. That'll be 2 gold and 4 silver to store your animals for the night.
Sure, I'll do it.
I'll pay the
Or
4
the
silver
day.
for mine.
Nah, I got it. I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
I can pay it too.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got 23 silver.
I have.
Oh,
hate-
it was okay. Yeah, never mind. I was thinking for whatever reason, for humans in the guest house. I did not read that at first. Sorry.
Little old rich boy, I just want to throw this out there. I still have like 77 gold. I don't
Yeah,
mind.
I have 84.
To me, the gold is the party's gold, so I don't care.
I've got 52. Like
Ah,
it's
the,
not
uh,
about the
Riches.
money.
Thank you very kindly, nice wizard, sir. I mean, what was your name?
Which one of us?
Which was
Who are you talking to? None of us are a wizard.
I'm a wizard. Kalain stare. I'm here.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that full
That's right.
silver?
Yes, nice. Very nice seeing a wizard in these parts.
Well,
I need some other 2 more gold, gentlemen. 2 more gold.
I got it. This is just for the mounts, right? Those
Yeah.
2 gold, 4 silver.
Yeah, Colleen already paid 4 silver.
I just paid 2 gold. I bought the extra mounts anyways, so that'll cover us for the day and night.
There's enough room for 5 of these animals inside. Do you have a preference on one that has to sleep outside?
The random mule I bought that drags the cart around.
Just kidding, they all can fit.
Okay.
I was hoping someone would be like Boris.
I was thinking about it, but I was gonna be nice. I was gonna be
Oh.
nice this time. Knowing Judas is gonna have Boris sleep in his bedroom.
Did we have this guy's name? I don't think
We did not.
Yeah.
What? Apologies, but my name's Vale. What was your name, sir?
Everybody here calls me Erwin.
Is that with an I or an E?
This is with a U.
That is such a problematic name for me. I
Wouldn't that
knew
be
the
it's
worst
actually
person
you.
in the world was I've ever met in my whole life.
Erwin
Was named
Martikov
Erwin.
of the Martikov family. Me, my wife, and 2 boys run this inn. I do the cooking. She generally runs the front of the show here, but she's currently at the market. Hopefully she returns soon. It seems to be getting dreadful out there. And my boys mostly run around and cause trouble. If you see them and they're causing trouble, let me know.
Gladly.
You look like me, but
Ooh.
small. And no beard.
That'd be hilarious. Just a child running around that like perfect
Silver.
salt and pepper.
Um,
There he is. Get him.
Well, can I offer you anything to drink or eat, perhaps? I know it's a long journey from the village.
Were we planning on eating at this present moment?
Might as well eat a legit meal while we're sitting at the inn with Irina and all that. Now that we've got the
Fair enough.
animal stew.
Who
Very
knows?
well. I
God
can offer
awful
you
slop
a
they have at the church anyway.
I can offer you a beef broth soup for 2 silver pieces, or that delicious wolf steak I mentioned earlier for a gold. Drinks
gold.
are water or wine, pretty much. Good wine, bad wine, water.
Is that a gold combined or a gold for each one of us?
Each. Yes.
Oh,
It's very, very tasty and slightly expensive to make, unfortunately.
Kalane being very intrigued by this steak, will get the steak.
It's cursed. Oh man, what's with you and cursed food? I'll have that right out for you. Did anybody else like something?
I'll
Beef
buy
broth
steaks
with
for.
water. Oh, what? Go ahead.
If anybody wants steaks, I'll foot the bill.
Oh, he's buying now. Made his gold public and now he feels guilty.
That's a good friend right there. Tell you what, I'll give you all wolf steak, and for you, sir, being so generous with your friends, I'll get you a purple grape mash on them.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Dang! So he brings out a bunch of waters, unless somebody else wanted to buy some wine. That's a gold each for the wolf steaks.
I
Yep.
guess I'll take a wine.
Now he speaks
let
up
me
after I
find
bring the
this.
steaks out. Yes, I'll go get you a wine. Which one would you like? Would you like the red dragon or the purple Gramash? Or Gramash. Some say great mash. I say Gramash.
I'll take that great mash.
3 copper pieces, please. Yeah, I said it's cheap. Okay, so you guys shouted on these steaks. Kind of nice having like a fresh cooked meal, not some dried piece of jerky and rations. You guys gain 3 temporary health for 12-hour period.
Hey, let's go.
Put that on your sheets. 3 temp health for 12 hours.
How do you do
Basically, from now until you guys do a long rest, since
Cool.
it's middle of the day.
It's underneath
You
your
put
health
it-
on the left.
yeah.
Says
Oh,
plus
temp, there
10.
it is.
Yeah, click on that and type it in.
Erwin kind of continues back to what he's doing around the inn. You do see the carnival man kind of come back and forth. Occasionally, he looks over at you, kind of nods and smiles, but kind of leaves you to it. But this is what he looks like. Actually, I'm not sure if I show you this, it shows you his name. Did it show you the other guy's name when I showed him?
I didn't get anything.
No.
Okay.
No, the header bar didn't have anything. It was just
That's
blank.
just a picture.
Whoa.
Uh-huh.
What blew his hair back?
I was gonna say he looks like he was in a strong wind.
And you can kind of hear him as he's like talking to these really young drunk men. And you can, as you see, he's either elven or half elven from a distance. Seeing the pointed ears, obviously. But yeah, really has a showmanship speak. Carnival extraordinaire, as he's recanting tales, and these two very well dressed, almost noble in the sense that they're so well dressed and drunk in the middle of the day, and buying him drinks as he tells them story after story. What are you guys doing?
Are we aware if the Baron has any kids? Do we know anything about the Baron's family of Vallaki? Does anyone know anything? Have we heard anything? I don't think we've learned
so,
anything about that.
but-
Just the name is all I have written
Okay.
down.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all
but
I
I'm
got.
sure-
That's all I've got. I was just
I'm
curious.
sure
if he had some
Erwin-
son.
Sure, Erwin's got some info.
Sure that man does.
Yeah. Is Erwin still around?
Yeah, he's kind of moving back and forth between the bar. You do see like his wife come out periodically when he comes out. He's the one that's cooking all the steaks. I'd say you guys probably burned about an hour since the Burgomaster's mentioned, waiting for food, talking, maybe an hour and a half. Put it at 2 p.m. But yeah, he's still moving around.
Cool. First question I'll ask him is, excuse me, Mr. Owen. Where
Yes.
is it that your shipment of wine was lost, or where was it coming from?
Well, it's coming from the Wizard of Wine's winery. As you follow the road due west through the what is it called? What we refer to the Sunset Gate, the West Gate.
Gotcha. So over there by the Raven River.
Yeah, just south of the Raven River. That's correct. Some distance south of the Raven River, but yes, you can't miss it. You follow the road to the west. It takes perhaps it's more of like a day, maybe day and a half's journey, depending on what kind of pace you're going at. But there are signs. You can't miss it. Road is a bit rough going in, but not impassable with a wagon.
That's good
It's
to
not
know.
cobbled.
Another question for you. Can you tell us more about the Baron of this town?
Well, what would you like to know?
Well, one, why does he have a stick up his ass? And two, how is he? I've seen some.
I would say that much quieter here, friend.
Of
Not that
course.
I mind, of course, but be very careful about what you just said.
Of course. Let me rephrase this. How's everyone in town feeling? Happy?
He kind of takes a long moment to think how to answer this carefully. They get by on the orders of their Baron. That's about how well they're doing. Food? Bit scarce this time of year. We survive on what the hunters and, well, the fishermen can bring in, but he hasn't brought in shite all week. Kind of points to this real round grease ball of a guy sitting at the bar behind him, kind of hushes as he says it. Typically he brings in, we usually have fish on the menu, but he hasn't caught anything for a week. But times are hard, and well, not for the Baron though. He's doing well.
That's interesting.
As Kalane's asking that, and, you know, he kind of wraps it up, and then I'll kind of nod over to the two sitting there and say, Erwin, does he have any family? Kind of at the two rich boys over in the corner.
Oh, them? No, they're of a different family, different stock. The Baron himself, I believe, yeah, his Baroness, his wife, Baroness Lydia Petrovna. Kind of a nice woman, truly, but sheltered is the best way I could describe her. No, the two lads over in the corner are of the Wachner family.
Wachner?
I'm just waiting for the spellings to come out.
Oh god.
It's the fucking McPoyles.
You got any milk?
I want your warm milk, Liam.
They don't mean much harm. They just... they're drunkards. Good for nothing noblemen. Sound familiar?
I
No,
mean,
we
a
know nothing
lot
about
of
that.
nobles are kind of that way. I mean, they'd as much kick you in the face whenever you're trying to shine their shoes.
It's quite an accent you have there, friend. From what parts are you from?
He's from
I'm kind of from well, obviously not around here. My family was down by the coast, but over in Faerun, I'm just kind of passing through, looking around for the sights.
Gosh.
Oh.
Huh. Okay.
It's just been
Um,
me. It's just been me and my mule for quite a lot of time, and then I met these fellers. They're pretty good. They're good to me.
It's real interesting clothing that you're wearing.
Oh, when you're on the road, you just got to find whatever you can get. I had a run in a couple of days ago, and then I got caught up in a thorn bush, and
You seem to be
these
sweating,
funny
friend.
huh?
You seem to be
No.
sweating, old friend.
It's just really warm in here right now, man.
He's just a very anxious person. Just,
But
Yes.
after I got out of the thorn bush, my clothes were all ripped up, and then these funny-looking people
Oh, dear.
decided to sell me clothes. So
We're gonna move on. All right, that bit was not supposed to be that long. What are you guys doing? He serves you your food, your drinks. Any more questions? Oh, he's standing there answering your questions. Anything else?
I was going with what I was going for in case you're fishing for a.
Oh, that was
For-
good. You,
uh.
yeah, he failed his role, so you're fine.
Okay, cool.
I don't have anything else. I think we should.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have anything else? Actually, can you tell us more about the church? Who's leading it? Who's the priestess?
well-
Whatever.
Yeah, of course. That's simple enough. You can. Father Lucian Petrovka. He's the leader of the church. As far as anything about the church, you can speak with him. He's a very nice fellow. Leads a congregation day and night. A lot of people rely on that man.
What'd you say his last name was? Was that the same as the Baroness's surname?
Nice that you picked up on that. They are brother and sister.
All right. That's kind of a little mixing of the church and state right there, don't you think?
It's really funny, dude.
To be honest, I didn't really think about that, but that's a good. You make a good point. We'll have that the next election for a baron. If you got nothing else, I gotta get going. I got some steaks on the grill.
Yeah. Sorry for
This
keeping you.
fat fisherman behind me can really put them down.
Thank you kindly there, sir.
This poor
Well,
fisherman's just catching strays over here, greaseball fat.
Yeah,
Can't
it's
catch
really-
any fish.
what a piece
And,
of shit.
Erwin walks away, and the fisherman kind of like gives him like a sneering look, and turns around. What? I've got information too, you know, but I don't give it away for free. You have to buy me a pint.
That's doable.
Information
What
on
is
what
that?
exactly?
Pint first.
This information could be anything. He could be telling us his name, and we're buying him a pint.
Your choice, stranger. Do you
mean-
gamble? Is this the moment of fate of all eternity?
How much does a pint
Yeah.
cost?
Give him three,
He's already-
the three
yeah,
cup
I
one.
know.
You can have
Erwin's behind
mine.
him and goes,
What, Austin?
Three coffee.
I'll slide him a silver.
Oh, gee.
"You're buying the good stuff." Ha ha! I was just going to tell you my name, but I'll give you another clue. The surroundings. This may save your life, young noble lord. As if we couldn't pick up on that. Smelt it the moment you walked in. The name is Bluto Kragarov. And you
What?
best be staying away from Lake Zarovich if you value your life. At least the northern parts. I fish the southern parts. But he doesn't catch anything. They say that there is a madman north of Lake Zarovich. Thanks for the silver.
Hey, excuse me.
No, he tells the truth. Erwin pipes up. It's been known for years.
Real
A
quick,
madman of what kind? Like a,
Like,
a hermit in the woods? A mad wizard of sorts? What
is
do you
he,
mean? Can
or
you
is he
elaborate?
just not allowed in town because he's not happy?
I am going to Eldritch blast you in a fucking moment. I'm gonna blast you right out that door.
Well, he's referring to some madman. Folks used to see him skulking along the north shore of Lake Zarovich, shooting lightning bolts into the water to kill fish. It has been some time since we've heard anything of the sort. Actually, Bluto, I think it was you that was telling everybody this happened. It did happen. I've seen it.
it sounds like a pretty sound strategy to catch fish, so I don't blame the guy.
Well, that's your problem. And goes back to drinking that nice silver piece that you gave him.
Bluto?
Yeah, I'll spell it.
Thank you.
That is in line with other mad wizards roaming the hills rumors that we heard in Barovia. By the way.
Yeah, there was one in a tower that we heard of. I forget where that was.
Which, the Amber Tower you're talking about?
No, we heard about a mad wizard in the tower at Mount Boratok.
Oh, yeah.
Is that up that way? I don't think we've seen.
Uh,
Well, I guess we haven't seen that.
That's more west. It looks like, but
Yeah.
I don't see a Mount Burratok.
I mean, there's
a lake Baratok right beside us to the west, so I can only assume.
Yeah,
It
fair.
might be nearby. Oh, wait. There's a tower there.
Ooh, there's a tower.
I mean, I never thought about it before. I got two hands that can spark, and I just with my my middle finger and my thumb. I guess
See that,
would
Bluto?
just,
Maybe you're seeing him playing in the water.
well, I mean, not around here, but that just saves bait.
The fat, greasy man stands up, slamming the table. He slams back his wine almost in like a rush, either fearing that someone might take it from him or someone may ask for a refund. Seemingly frustrated that nobody believes him, he storms out of the inn.
Now, hold on a minute. Why is it that...
Oh, fuck off! And he leaves.
Oh, well...
Sorry, friend.
All
he's
right.
He's not the most friendly person of our town. Apologies.
Why do I feel like our D&D campaigns just wound up in like Midwestern United States this session?
Yeah.
There's like greasy fat guys, and there's like mad dudes shooting
There's
fish
a bit of
with
a
lightning.
bit of a region change.
Yeah, it just feels like it. Should we
well-
maybe perhaps get moving? Or...
We've got some business to be to. Let's head over to the church. How about?
Yeah. And I will ask this question though: should we try to pursue the cargo of wine sooner rather than later? Because we'll need a place to stay at.
I admit the winery and its ilk have me very curious. I don't know exactly why, but I feel like that would be a good course of action just to start. I mean, settle start a friendship with this man in a good light and move forward from there.
Irina kind of pokes her head in through the door. Did anybody get me anything to eat, or am I supposed to just stay outside in the rain?
I thought she was eating with us.
We brought her in. Come on.
I was thinking...
Fuck, we are assholes.
Before we go hunting down lost wine shipments, we should probably speak to him about some sort of reward, potentially. 2 gold for risking our lives on the road doesn't sound too appealing, but if someone's life was in danger, I'd be there in a heartbeat, but missing wine, not so much.
Well, he said that you guys, your room and board would be like covered during
Like
your stay.
permanently kind of thing. Okay. I thought he meant for like a night, and I was like, all right, man.
No, I'd say he would have elaborated a bit more. His bread and butter of making money at this establishment, they don't get a whole lot of travelers, but it is locals coming to drink wine. And he is
Sense.
dangerously low, and without that, he won't be able to make much money. So he doesn't have much money to offer you other than you guys can stay here for free, but, you still have to buy food and drinks and stuff.
Gotcha. Kind of leaning over. Sometimes it's not about the price, it's about the bargain. Keep that in mind. You learn that on the road.
Fuck.
We don't even know how long we're going to be staying here. Anyways, we need to get on to the church. Got business to attend to. We're here in town for a reason. Let's be about it.
Did anybody else get a strange feeling of safety here? Just curiosity?
Yeah, I feel safe as hell.
I haven't felt safe since I've entered this godforsaken place.
Well, that's my point. Me neither, until we found here. For some reason, I just feel less risk at the moment.
Walls will do that.
Perhaps you're right. Let's move on.
Oh, what are you getting at, Val? I mean, it's the largest town that we've been in here, so it feels safer than on the road in small Barovia. Walls surrounding, guards about.
I'll admit it's like a Jums feeling that I'm kind of just trying to vocalize a little bit.
I'm just rolling with it. Like Dallin's like, yeah, of course it's safe. There's a wall and guards, but I'm just like trying to play it up a little bit.
I'm not sure if I can put a finger on it quite yet. I'll let you know.
People seem much more alive here than anywhere else we've been, other than that Vistani camp. I say that quietly.
Did I say Vistani?
Yeah!
Pitchforks and torches come out like immediately.
Ching.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel the opposite a little bit. These people don't seem to like those people. So I don't know, that and the closeness of the town to a big body of water. This reminds me of my hometown. I swear, if there's going to be torches in the middle of the night, I'm probably going to grab Boris and get out of here. I'll meet you by the Vistani camp. I mean, those damned Vistani. I'll go past their camp. Out of town.
Camp. So you guys are getting up and going to the church, or
Everyone done with that?
I think so.
as you guys get up, you kind of notice too, as you begin to walk out, that there are a bunch of ravens in the rafters of the building too. You can kind of see some openings in the wood tile roof. You're kind of coming and going, but surprisingly, there is no mess on the inside. Maybe like a feather or two here and there, but no like feces, which is
Ravens
not
are
really common for
quite
birds.
polite. Yeah.
All right, on the way to the church.
I got caught up how the church guy and the Baroness were the same family. What was his first name? Is that Wachter?
Wachter
No,
was the last name of the two noble dudes.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So what was that priest guy's
Lucian.
related? Lucian?
Lucian, yeah.
Making your guys' way back down the road, you do see two of the young boys that Erwin kind of described, kind of heading up to the stable. They begin kind of grabbing the bridles of the horses and kind of leading them into. I'm surprised I remembered that word. Back into the barn and getting them all situated as you begin walking down this path down the road. Much similar as before, the rain's kind of pushed people back inside, but there are still a few people like working around. It's middle of the day, or a little after middle of the day, like I said. But you do get a couple of glances, a lot of those blank faces that you've been used to seeing still, but occasionally you see somebody that has somewhat of an expression, albeit welcoming or fear, on their face. Approaching the church. Sorry, somebody is blowing up my Discord. Okay. You approach and you see this church, and it's much kind of like in the same kind of shape as the church in the village of Barovia. Obviously lacking the burn marks and the scratch marks as the last one you went to. It's same as the kind of the inn. It's slouching, like the way the roof and like the building itself is. It's a little off centered, like it's really old. It's been standing there for centuries, but it's mostly built out of stone. It does have a bulging steeple in the back and like walls lined with cracks. The stained glass windows depict a pious saint, all seemingly being the same person. A fence of wrought iron encloses a garden of gravestones next to the church, and a thin mist kind of creeps amongst the graves out back behind. And you do see a young lad out there shoveling dirt out. Walking into the church, it's almost built similarly to the village of Barovia. Surprisingly, you have some rooms kind of up front that almost kind of feel like deja vu kind of hits you, like walking into this place, but it's obviously much cleaner. It's not all smashed up. There's a decent amount of people here already kind of sitting at the pews. You got maybe 6 people kind of sitting inside. At the altar, you see a young boy kind of lighting candles and kind of going between people as they're praying and speaking with them. And at the back, you see this rather old figure in priestly robes. Mr. Father Lucian himself. Sorry for the quality, I couldn't get a better picture.
Mark Hamill? Almost.
It does look like Mark Hamill. He's currently speaking with a woman who is just crying profusely, and he's telling her it's going to be fine. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. They'll let him out soon. They can't hold on to him forever. And then he sees you guys walking in, and my children, please come into the warmth of the church out of the rain. All are welcome in the Don Fathers church. That's gonna happen a lot tonight. There's so many people.
Another church of the Dawnfather.
Walking in, you do see more stained glass and depictions of a sun figure, like man in front of a sun, man holding a sun. A lot of gold, light red, kind of stained glass tapestries with like a if you were to draw, like a 5-year-old was to draw a star, like a sun, it's real jagged. It's got that kind of symbolism on it. He kind of sits this woman down on the pew and comes over and to your group. You do not seem to be from around here, but of course you are welcome. What brings you to St. Andrew's Church today?
Money, before we keep going, do we know who the Dawnfather is?
Yeah, I was gonna ask if I had ever maybe heard of who Saint Andrel was potentially.
Yeah, we did know of the Dawnfather from Village of Barovia.
I'm looking through my notes now.
Because that
Give me a
was
religion check.
because if you remember Joel the priest and his son.
Yeah, but we never really asked who that god was, I guess.
Oh, did we not? I guess no. We just kind of shuffled right along with all that stuff.
I thought we did,
Yeah.
but we failed our rolls.
With an 8, I mean, you know the basics. You know, he's a god of many names. Most gods are in this world. He's known as Pelor, the Dawn Father. He's the god of sun, summer, agriculture, everything that this land is not.
Hmm.
In complete contrast to what you're seeing in this part of the world, of this part of the demiplane, as you now know. He seems to be the primary deity that these people pray to.
The god of healing, I believe. Yeah, I have a few notes on it. I had that written down.
I'd say worshippers, you know, are mostly commoners and farmers. And with an 8, that's practically all Bale remembers.
That's fair.
But yes.
Sorry, I forget what he asked. Sorry, at this point, we've kind of interrupted you there.
Can
What
I
brings
help
us
you
here?
with anything? What brings you to St. Andrews?
Well, we have a woman, a friend of ours, who's in need. Ismark of Barovia sent us?
Yes, I know of Ismark. Poliana's boy.
It is correct.
Yeah, he's a good lad. He's got to be in his 20s or 30s by now. Last time since I've seen him, of course.
Yes, he is. Unfortunately,
How is
Poliana's
Poliana?
that's what I was going to say. Coliana's actually passed away.
Oh, that's sorry news indeed. My condolences.
Very unfortunate.
Yes.
We were.
How's Ismark holding up? Is he bearing the weight of leadership well?
From the looks of it, he is. Of course, it's
Very
a lot
good.
of pressure on his shoulders, but I believe he's doing his best. And
Dawn Father
Take-
smiled upon him.
of course, Father, we do ask. We were tasked with finding refuge for her, and I point to Arena.
My eyes must deceive me. Little Irina, is that you? And she, does not remember this dude.
You've gotten so
Yeah.
big!
Definitely probably don't remember me, but I knew you as a child. Irina, why don't you, and he kind of motions for the altar boy to come over. Why doesn't Jessica here help you settle your things? If you're going to be staying here, he'll give you some lodging, sure. The rest of you, come with me. We need to speak.
Okay, follow him.
He walks to this back room that's seemingly his area of his quarters, but also in there's a desk where he does a lot of writings and things. There's entire libraries against the wall of books and scrolls, and you can kind of see all the tools needed for scribing. So he seems to be making copies of this book of the Dawn Father. It has his emblem on there and how to praise him, how to follow him. It's like the Bible for this guy. He kind of waits for you all to come in, kind of closing the door, kind of walking into the group of you and looking around. And he looks to you, Dallin, and he says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to do this. 1 second."
Mm. That's an inspiring little saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either that or you're dumb and you can't find the light switch.
He looks at you, Dallin, and he says, "There seems to be a bit of radiance to you, my son. Of which god do you serve?"
Looking a little bit. Not ashamed, but something along those lines. I do not serve a god, Father.
Something of you. Have you declared for one? Have you sworn an oath?
I have sworn an oath, yes, but it is Well, with the things that have happened, it is not one to a god.
You see a bit of mild, I'd say it's surprise, but maybe even like mild panic. And or you must not have been coached in these, or even taught in these sort of things. To offer up an oath, but not to a specific deity, is a rather dangerous thing to do. You leave it up to anybody of a certain godhood to uphold you to this oath.
And if I'm speaking wrong, by the way, I think we talked about this beforehand, right, Money? A little bit?
You know about as much as your character does, so play it however you want.
Alright, fair enough. Yeah, because, yeah. It was sort of an oath to myself. How would a god interfere with something like that?
It's possible, and it has been done. I just warn you. Be careful of who binds you to your oath. And maybe think of devoting it to a specific deity that aligns with your own line of thinking, perhaps. I would ponder on it. How long ago did you make this oath?
About a level and a half ago. No,
You made this
no.
oath in Barovia.
I did.
A little bit
Yes.
more panic in his voice. Well, there's still time. Search yourself.
Being in a place like this, how would God even find
Not
me?
a god. Not a god.
Then what?
Some say they are the evil powers that be.
It's
I
quite
don't have an explanation for you. I've only ever read of it in the annals of time of Barovia in the last several centuries, that corruption finds its way into our lives when we are at our weakest.
Father.
Especially those who leave the door open on oaths.
Father, all due respect, that's quite vague. You can provide
That's all
me
I know.
any sort of advice or tips, yeah. I am open to them. But I have sworn an
Stay
oath and I
pure of
will
heart.
uphold it.
Stay pure of heart, and an answer may find you.
Well, alright then.
But now that I know I have somewhat of a holy man, seemingly trustworthy band of friends, bringing young Irina to our church. Tell me, do you know why you were tasked with bringing Irina to this church?
For protection.
What kind of
No.
protection is Mark spoken of this place?
About this place specifically, we
Of the church
don't.
and the grounds.
He
We don't.
said that Strahd cannot reach this place. And that is who we seek protection from. Well,
He is correct.
for Arena.
These are hallowed grounds. They are magically enchanted. Now, many believe it's the church and the grounds themselves, but it is not the church and the grounds. It is consecrated by Saint Andrew's sacrifice. Long ago, when Vallaki was still new, the minions of Strahd had attacked. Many people were slain. Some carted off, but few were able to flee to the church, and together they prayed for mercy. Their prayers largely going unanswered. When Strahd's minions went to set the church ablaze at the time, Father Andrel went out and offered himself so that the people in the church may be spared. The purity in his cause to save his fellow man called upon the Morning Lord's blessing, even in such a dark place as this. The radiant energy erupted and suddenly exploded, and every villain and vile creature was instantly gone. Saint Andrel himself was greatly weakened by the occurrence and soon passed after. It is with his bones, buried under the church in the undercroft, that keeps these grounds hallowed. Or at least it did.
Is it no longer hollow ground?
Well, 5 days ago, somebody or something stole the bones.
Oh my.
You must be careful who you talk to on this. Nobody knows about the bones. They believe the church and the ground themselves, much as Ismark, that they were hollowed on their own accord, but really it's the power of St. Andrel. I believe the entire town would cause a panic, and it would spread so quickly if they knew that this was no longer a safe haven. I need your help in finding these bones before the worst could happen. If Strahd were to get wind of it, or any other vile creature out there were to get wind of it, I shudder to think what could happen.
May I ask you a question? Why us? I mean, obviously we can handle ourselves, but why are you so trusting with us so quickly?
He points over to Dallin, mainly because you have a paladin in your group. But more in terms of the storyline. I am tethered to this church day and night. My flock isn't in the best shape. They all struggle with their own struggles, and they need a shoulder to cry on. That leaves me very little time to look for anything else. And if I so much as begin to walk around town, people will ask questions. And those questions get asked, people begin to doubt. And when people begin to doubt, they begin to panic. You see how this goes. I have to keep up appearances, and I have not had so much as a traveling bard come through here that may be of my assistance. So it's not merely that I trust you, young sir, it's more that I am desperate. And if you are willing to bring young Irina all the way through this Vallaki wood and road, there's got to be some good in you, and I'm willing to take that risk. For if I don't, we are damned anyways.
Eloquently put. Okay.
Do you have any information on who could have taken these bones? Any sort of clue?
The only lead I had would be Jessica. Now he's just a boy, but he is my replacement when I eventually, we don't all live forever. He's a good boy. He is a holy boy. I asked him, and he's sworn many times in the Dawn Father that, I almost say Godfather again. That he spoke many times on the Dawn Father that he has told no one. I am inclined to believe him, but, well, he may be holding something back. And the only other person who has no knowledge of the bones, mind you, but he does frequent here often and works for me when I ask him to, is Milivaj. He's a young boy. Actually, you may have seen him today. He's out there digging a grave for an elderly woman who passed yesterday. Natural causes, of course. And he's got a weird spelling, so I'll put that on there. Milivaj.
What was the first name? Essaker?
Jessica?
Oh, yes,
Jessica.
Jeska is the
The replacement for Lucian eventually.
Yeah.
that's the altar boy, right?
Yeah, altar boy.
And he thinks that it could have been one of those two?
I don't think it was either of them, but Jessica's the only one that knows the bones exist, and Milivaj works here. I can't really think of anybody else who would. I don't know. I don't know.
Is it possible to look at where the bones were being held? See if we can find any trace of clues?
Yes, we could go down to the Undercroft. They were in a sarcophagus, and Jessica, he comes down once a month to clean cobwebs and any sort of insect remains out of it. And, of course, the proper burial rites and blessings, and he closes the sarcophagus back up. Well, how many days ago was it again?
5?
You said
Yeah, you
5,
said
I
5.
think.
5. I have it written. It's just a wall of text. Yeah.
Yeah.
5 days ago, he went down to bless the bones and came up terrified. I had to console the boy quickly. People were beginning to cast suspicions on what he's concerned about, but the bones were no longer in there.
And Jessica knows the power of the bones, not just of their existence, but what they do.
He does. It is required if I say were to meet my untimely end, there be one other.
And who is Milivoj again? Because I kind of blanked.
He's kind of our gravekeeper, groundkeeper, if you will. He digs the graves. He helps the town coffin maker move the coffins over here, and once the service is done, he buries. Never had an issue with him. Very quiet boy. Unfortunately, he's an orphan most of his life. 3 younger sisters. I pay him what I can, but we don't tithe very much in this town.
I agree that we should go to the Undercroft. Do both of these boys live on the grounds here, or do they have residence elsewhere?
Jessica does have a quarters towards the front of the church. Milivoj is in one of the Baron-assigned housing for the many orphans that we have in this town.
I see.
But I must stress the paramount urgency that we need to get those bones back.
Of course, Father.
Father, another question about the bones. Do they just protect and create hallowed grounds around the church itself, or all of Vallaki? What is the strength, the power of these bones? To what extent?
Around the church.
So, say something attacked the other end of town, it could happen, even with the bones here.
That is right, but this is where people will congregate, that they've run to in the past.
Ah, I understand.
Without this, nothing would remain.
If you could lead us down to the Undercroft,
Yeah.
seeing the scene of the crime might help us out.
He takes you down there. Absolutely, just ancient, well kept. There's several sarcophagi all over the place. Sarcophagi, whatever the plural is. Many of them are marked. Oh boy. Many of them are marked Vallaki, and he takes you all the way to the oldest, poorest, most unkept one in the back. Kind of explaining that that's intentional. To which he slides the lid back, and inside it is just empty, save maybe a couple cobwebs, some pieces of stone that have crumbled off the lid, or corners of the box itself over time. Nothing remains.
You said it's the oldest kind of part. I can assume it's probably a little dusty. Is there any trace of dust moved around or footprints of any kind?
Make an investigation check.
Money, I would also like to do detect magic just in case there's some residual stuff.
Sure. You go do a ritual in the corner of the room.
And can I assist Vale, since we're all kind of, or what did we say that we're doing with that?
Investigating.
Investigation. Are you proficient?
I mean, I got a 23.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I
solid.
didn't see the roll. My bad. We're good.
You see a significant amount of this area, footsteps and things really kind of stick out to you as you kind of so you even have like a torch out, and you can see areas that are
Probably just have light casted.
most frequently touched. Like you can even see like where the coloration of the stone on the lid is begin to like turn color over the years from people opening it and shutting it all the time. And all the rest of it's like maybe limestone of some kind, pretty pure. No one really messes with it. This one kind of dead giveaway. Someone keeps opening and closing it. As far as like dust trails or anything, I mean, the only thing that you pick up is foot traffic going to and from that coffin, from the stairs that went down to that coffin itself. Um, Looking around the area, you don't see anything that really sticks out as far as really anything buying or telling in the form of a dust footprint.
Copy. Father, is there any particular reason that there's so much foot traffic and people who seem to open this man's resting place as often as they do?
But as I've said, Jessica comes down here once a week, maybe once every couple of weeks to clean the inside of the sarcophagi of webs for St. Andrew's, keep him proper. And a little bit of holy water splish splash.
Give him a bath.
Trying to
Anything
think of what,
from,
what kind of telling factors there might be here. I'm just gonna grab a drink quick.
Anything from the detect magic?
So as your detect magic finishes, in this specific area, you don't really pick up any sort of magic. You pick up some from upstairs, kind of gauging the distance from the priests' quarters themselves. There's a little bit of detection there. I don't really know what kind of magic it is. It's not really telling. It doesn't matter which kind it is, but you do detect something in there. Other than that, there's nothing else. Not even like that mild necrotic energy that you're used to seeing everywhere.
This might be in the same vein as what Kalane is doing, but can I do my divine sense? As an action, you can detect good and evil till the end of your next turn. I can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell, or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet, as long as they're not behind cover. Just in case.
Yeah. Sure.
Go ahead. I
That's
do
not a
that
bad
now.
idea. That's always a good idea to use things like that.
Go ahead. Catch anything?
You a little bit more in depth in the detect magic. You can kind of feel the lingering effects of what a hollow spell would do. You do not pick up on any sort of evilness, whether it be of make, like a fiend undead or anything, or of heart, like a lawful evil person. I don't think you can detect alignment, but you don't
No.
pick up
Celestial
on
fiend or
anything like that.
undead.
Okay. Yeah, you don't really pick up on anything like that. Not here.
Okay.
Father, this Yeska and Milovaj, did ever since the bones have turned up missing, have they been acting any different? Obviously, I would expect, Yeska to be maybe a little nervous. Is he acting?
Yes, Jiska has been a bit nervous when I questioned him about it, but I think that, it could mean anything. I more took it as he was afraid of disappointing me, or the poor lad may even blame himself. And you know how young boys are, always looking to impress their masters and so forth.
Of course, just to, not that I would want to accuse your helper there of stealing them, but
If you wish
I
to
mean,
speak with Jessica and you think it may help, then you may do so. I just ask, please, for your discretion in the matter.
oh, of course. We sometimes we have ways of being able to read thoughts, if you know what I mean.
I think speaking to Jessica is a logical first step to finding a solution here.
Yeah, especially since we can't find nothing here, so let's go speak to him.
Okay. So Father Lucian kind of helps arrange this. He gives you guys his space.
That's what I was going to ask for within Father Lucian's space.
He gives you guys. You give him a moment. He goes and he collects Jessica. Where are you, bastard? There you are. Call an 8-year-old a bastard. Well, I mean,
You know,
Kinda.
maybe he is. Oh, he's a bastard indeed.
I knew.
I googled his name and like somebody had like a mid-journey picture, and I was like, oh, okay. But he doesn't look near as pompous as that picture as he comes in. An 8-year-old walking into a room full of heavily armed men, dark clothing, looking like they're just getting back from a Kiss concert. He's a little unsure
Like
of the
him?
situation.
It's more like MCR. Come on.
Yeah, it's Mike Smoker
Oh
Romance,
yeah,
man.
okay,
Yeah,
MCR.
yeah, yeah.
The first thing I could think of wearing black was Kiss, but yeah, MCR definitely.
And one of them from a Pitbull concert.
Doubt it.
Mr. Worldwide. Yeah, so he walks in the room, Father Lucian kind of with him. All right, now, you need to answer these nice men's questions. Do it for the Dawn Father. Do it on the Dawn Father. Do it for the church. And do it for St. Andro. He kind of like nervously like, okay, hello.
Sitting in the corner sharpening a blade. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
They're gonna kill me or
For when the
circumcise me. I'm
persuasion
not sure how this
fails.
religion works.
Damn it, Steven. That's not
Do you guys want me to do?
Start easy. Start easy.
Yeah, I don't want to.
But
Killane doesn't
just-
feel good at doing detect mad or
Yeah, we've had that in a campaign
Yeah.
already where you invade
Yeah,
a
take
child's
thoughts.
mind.
It's persuasion
Yeah.
first, gentlemen. Come on.
Hey, there's no reason. I mean, we don't
Or
have
the
any
car
reason to
battery.
suspect him.
Kevin, get in there. Beat his ass.
Just comes in with a big old water jug, just goes.
Now lay down. And I put a rag over his face.
What is this?
Oh,
what is this all
God.
about?
Oh, we're gonna waterboard a child.
All right, what are you guys asking him?
Yeah.
What are you guys asking?
Uh,
I'll go
Um,
first, I guess.
oh, okay.
Hello, Jessica. My name is Killane.
Hello.
Hope you don't mind if you ask a couple of questions.
Hope you don't
First
mind if I
one.
grab a beer while you ask him.
Of course, a child should always drink beer.
I hear the water around
Just
here
get a
isn't
beer.
always
Okay.
isn't always very drinkable. So it's probably a good idea.
From your recounting, Jessica, please let us know how you found the tomb when you first arrived and saw that the bones are missing.
He's kind of like shaking almost, just a little bit. You can hear like a bit of a tremor in his voice while he speaks, but he kind of came in here with that that energy. Not that question specifically triggers that, but he already came in a little nervous.
With Killane asking that too, I'm gonna kind of take a knee and just, kind of offer him a calming, hand. Just let's go. We're here to help. We're here to make things right. Just
Give me a child handling. We'll make something of that. Let's see a
I'm just trying
persuasion
to
check.
trying to calm him. Is all.
I
Yeah.
don't have proficiency in that one, boys.
make a persuasion check just for calming presence.
Oh, Killane or me?
You.
You.
Oh,
You're-
okay,
he's,
okay.
he's asking a question. You're kneeling down.
We're doing the good cop, bad cop, but he's easing off on the bad cop a lot,
He
Oof.
kind of is like, okay, yeah, whatever.
Oh, all right, you little shit. Get him, Killane.
All right, what are you asking?
Um,
What was the state he found it in?
yeah, I want to hear his recounting of walking in and not seeing the bones.
Well, it'd been. I'm supposed to do it every week. Kind of looks up at the father, but I skipped the previous week. I knew I really had to get down there. It gets pretty messy, and when I went to slide the lid, the bones were gone, and I immediately ran up. terrified. I told Father Lucian.
You said that you missed a week, so these bones could have been gone longer than 5 days.
Well, they noticed they were missing 5 days ago, is what he said.
Yeah.
Sorry if I said that wrong. But yes, yeah, I did miss a week.
Has anyone been hanging around the church that's not from around here, kind of like us, but maybe a little shiftier looking?
Yeah, put it like that.
The only shifty people I've seen are Vistani at the west gate, but
Hey,
other
now
than
it's
that,
not very nice to be that way, just with people you don't really understand or know.
oh, I'm not passing judgment. They steal from the people outside the gate a lot. I feel for them.
Owned.
Well, I won't condone that, but all right.
Yes, Gar. My name's Vale. Have you told anyone about the bones or what they do?
Give me an insight check.
Is that him going, or was that DM doing that? Was Yes
A
gonna do that?
little bit of him in the
Oh, okay, okay.
first time since you've been speaking with him, he kind of stutters a bit and he looks away from you. No, I didn't tell anybody.
You're not in trouble, I promise. We just really need to make sure we think about everything to do with this situation. You are not in any danger here. I wish you to be as honest with me right now as I wish to be with you.
I didn't tell anybody, okay?
I mean, I don't think we're not accusing. We're just asking questions, little man. And if you notice, there's a lady that came in with us, and she's a pretty important person. And if we want to make sure she's safe, and those bones do it. You wanna make sure she's safe, don't you?
Father Lucian kind of leans over to the boy, kind of watching the banter, and says, Jessica, people's lives are dependent on this. People could die. If you know something, you need to tell us.
Could save them.
And have Vale do a persuasion check with.
I do have an advantage on persuasion against any low folk, so if this kid came from low background, I'd have it anyway.
That picture, dude, that guy's
different.
It's his church clothes, though. Come on, he knows where.
Yeah, but he looks like he's
I'd
straight
say-
off the golf course.
I'd say with
though.
all that conversation, you can have advantage on it,
Yeah, he does actually.
but barely. I kind of threw you a bone with Father over there.
Is Jose okay?
That was essentially what I was trying to provide there, though. Was that
No, you
same
did.
sort of thing?
I wanted to add some more to it. That's the reason I'm giving advantage. Is you? I was joking.
I'll take that.
You absolutely failed 25. He shakes a little bit and says, well, I may have let it slip. Father, I'm sorry. It was not for the worst reasons. I was having an argument, and it was over the power of the gods, and I don't know, I used it as a point to I used it as proof to make my point, and it's my fault that they're gone.
Who were you arguing with at the time?
Well, it was the Gravekeeper. He was saying that the gods have no power, that they don't even exist. The only power that exists is Strahd. And I wanted to be right. Instead, I didn't do the right thing. I wanted to be right. And I mentioned St. Androl and how Strahd can go anywhere but here. He has no power here. That means the Morning Lord is stronger than he is. Kind of like a my dad could beat up your dad situation.
Well, Yeska, I'm very thankful that you opened up to us in this way, and just that the fact that you know what you did wrong is the first step to being right.
He kind of begins to cry, and he goes into Father Lucian's arms, and he's consoling the boy and telling him it's okay, that he's glad he did the right thing in the end. Kind of like takes a moment, kind of regathers himself. Is there any other questions he's for Jessica? He's kind of like shuffling him back to his quarters. He feels bad.
I don't think so, right? I think we want
No.
to get a.
We were looking for that
When-
info, so
When
Yeah, I think-
did he mention when he told him this? I might have missed.
Oh, that is an important detail. That was
Yeah.
months ago.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Shoot.
The only person that he ever mentioned it to, that argument was months ago.
Oh boy. Okay.
Now, I know you were a little hesitant to tell us that, but did you only skip 1 week, or did you skip more than 1 week? How many weeks did you
Oh.
skip of not going down there?
He skipped just the 1 week. I reprimanded him for it.
I'm asking him.
And I'm telling you, I'm the one that keeps the schedule. Get out of my church, you Vistani trash.
I can see through your disguise.
It's just a Groucho Marx mask. That's all.
Yeah, no, he's Father Lucian reprimanded him for not performing his holy duties, and he, whatever you call it, fixed his wrong, righted his wrong.
Okay.
Penance. All right.
You got anything, Austin? You've been real quiet over there today.
Oh yeah, Austin's playing. What's up, dude? Give him one of
He's
these.
got the sniffles.
Taking it all in. He's
Um,
analyzing. He's a detective.
that's how I want my
Yeah,
art.
yeah, he is.
Really.
Anything
Um,
else?
We didn't have to take my route because he ended up coughing up the answer.
I mean, if he was,
Enforcer.
if he was gonna be, belligerent about it, there's a couple
So-
of things we can do.
Anything else you guys are asking him? I'm not like implying that there's anything else to ask. I just don't want to cut anybody off if they're trying to ask something.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I don't think there's anything relevant any further.
I'll ask a question. Jessica, did what was his name? How do you say that? Milovaj?
Yep.
Milovaj.
Milovaj.
Did Milovaj? He spoke of Strahd being the only great power here. Did he say anything about where he heard that from, or who might have spoken to him about that?
Everybody knows that. Everybody's terrified of Strahd.
Sure, but was there anyone in particular that showed an interest in Milovaj that you might have heard of?
I don't know if he's interested in Strahd or not. He was just being a jerk.
Isn't Milovaj right outside digging a grave?
Yeah, his own.
I'm gonna
Might still be.
walk out there and grab Milovaj.
Oh,
Wait.
No?
You do not see him out there.
What do my elven eyes see?
An empty grave.
I was more asking Jeska if Milovaj had mentioned anyone talking to him about Strahd.
No, he
didn't.
doesn't.
Okay.
Are
No,
those
if he
like-
was like, well, so and so said this about Strahd, type thing.
Sure.
Just to
But yeah,
see if
no.
there were any leads there. But okay.
He was more like,
Sorry,
the
that's all
gods
I
are
had.
weak. The only person that has any power here is Strahd. Everyone's terrified for Strahd. Strahd's gonna kill us all. No, Godfather. God damn it. Dawnfather. I'm just gonna change the canon to Godfather from now on.
I'm hung up in the
Honestly.
sense that like Dawn Father, like the fucking Dawn of the Mafia
Yeah.
too. I'm like,
That's what I keep
yeah,
on
it's-
hearing.
yeah.
But yeah. No,
I
he's-
think I have one last question for Yeska. Are you aware of anyone who Milovaj might be hanging out with, or any of his friends in town? Does he keep
Milovaj is
relationships?
friends. The only person he really talks to is the coffin maker. Nobody really. I'm sorry, Father Lucian, but it's true. Nobody talks to anybody, or nobody talks to them. Kind of like no one talks to the executioner. Kind of no one talks to the gravekeeper, the coffin maker. They're the dirty people. Ooh, the untouchables.
It's good enough for me.
Kevin, did
Yes.
Kevin, did you see him out there?
While I'm outside still, I want to do like investigate the area to see if I can tell which way he walked off to. Because
You
it's
wanna try and
raining, right?
track
So
his
it's like muddy.
footprints? Yeah, I mean, no investigation check really needed. You see his footprints around this grave, like kind of sunk in with water, and you see those footprints go to the cobblestone road that runs through town, and then there's a lot of footprints.
Whereabouts does Milavage live? We might want to pay him a visit.
Simple enough. He kind of gives you some directions on to his house.
Eska, appreciate you sharing this information. You're going to save people by telling us the truth. Thank you.
And his house is north of the Mystic Pages somewhere. That's in the general area. Those houses over there.
It's relatively
Uh,
close.
Whenever we're leaving in a harsh tone, I'm just gonna kind of say, Father, this is what happens whenever you tell children things that they should not know. Hopefully you've learned a lesson. I'm gonna kind of just glare at the kid.
Perhaps you can devote your entire life to one single purpose, and then I'll share that secret with you, and then you can work tirelessly here, 14 hours a day, consoling people. Would you like to take his place?
Sounds easy
No?
enough.
Well, then go put on a robe.
Captain has left the party.
Foot, meat, mouth. Alright, what are you guys doing?
Same question, but for the coffin maker.
Yeah, where does he live?
Are we supposed to have the map of the village of Vallaki, not Barovia?
You guys should be able to go to that whenever you want. You're not able to?
No.
No.
Still the village of Barovia up, though.
Well,
Okay.
earlier it was Vallaki or Vallaki.
There you go.
Hey, thank you.
Woo!
So over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like what?
We'll
what you
say the
assessed.
blue house.
What, where's the coffin maker? We asked that as well.
Dang, that's a big house.
Yeah, for an orphan.
Yeah. Give me... I don't have the markers on
It's called
this.
an orphanage.
I'll fill that down.
He's not in an orphanage. There's some
Oh.
houses that are allocated. I'm just going to put a marker down.
There's Nacho works there and gives him the Lord's cheaps.
And then inquiring about the coffin maker. If I can... He is over by the Erisic stockyard.
Ooh, I see a
Wait.
little brown X over there.
There's. It takes... I have to go through
there's-
two different menus to reveal
There's
it.
actually coffins over there, too.
Damn, we could have seen it.
Oh, where's Waldo from here on out? Villavage is on this map. Can you find it? God, that'd be a shitty mini game.
Oh,
Oh
God.
my god.
I'll give you the
Zoom
week to
all
figure
the
it
way
out.
in.
No rolls, but you have to find them.
His head's peeking out a window somewhere, that's all you see of him.
We have a
You guys-
Discord chat just like 60 messages long about where this fucking guy is.
So are you guys are going where? I'm sorry.
Probably Milavage's house first.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay. We are getting into about several hours after midday.
Oh,
Excuse
we're
me.
leaving Arena there, right? Like we probably bid her goodbye.
Somebody like
You guys
shuffled
just-
her off, I thought.
You guys
Oh,
just
yeah,
straight
yeah,
up
yeah,
fucking
that's
walked out the door, and she's just like, "Where'd they go?"
Well, you said that someone.
You said
someone
someone shuffled her
sold
off.
her
Took her
in or
to a
something
quarters
like
by the front door.
All right.
You guys forget about her all the time. No, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, she's being cared for there.
We'll swing
She's
by and
staying
say
at the church.
goodbye. We'll be back.
Oh, it's fine. I'll stay in this musty church
Sounds
room.
good. Thank you.
Enjoy the guest house.
I guess she's not actually protected here. We could just keep her in the guest house with us. She's probably more protected there than the church.
Yeah,
right
let's
now.
let's keep her with us for
Actually.
now.
That's actually
Just
a
in
good
case.
point.
You just going back?
Yeah, we got her.
We're gonna put her in the guest house. She'll be better there. Yeah, I don't think 2 kids and an old fart are gonna save her if Strahd
You're
shows
gonna
up.
so you're going back to the church. You're gonna grab her. Then you're gonna go to the Blue Water Inn, rent the room.
We're not going back. We're just gonna tell her.
Keep her with
head-
us.
Yeah, take her with us out.
Oh, you're taking her.
Man,
with you. Okay.
do
I
we
think
even
so.
let her out of our sight, though? At this point, when now that we know nowhere's safe in this town. Just saying.
But they think it's safe, including the evil.
They think it is, but the evil guys probably know that it isn't safe anymore and can just come and go as they please. I don't know. I'm just like,
The other bit too is part of safety is being hidden, not just protected.
Yeah,
If she's walking around the town with us, that might not be good.
that's
Take
kinda
the
what
best
I'm
course
thinking.
of option, but in the meantime, as you guys are making your way up to Milavaj's house, Ketham with a 14 passive perception, this is a real thing, you start to notice that there is a man following you. He followed you from Blue Water Inn, you didn't think anything of it, just a person traveling the same direction as you. While you were looking around outside the graveyard, you see the same man pass by once, maybe twice. Maybe he's coming and going from a shop, friend's house. But now, as you make your way to Milavaj's home, you inconspicuously look around, just kind of taking in the sights, wiping rain out of your eye, and you see him following you. Alleyway to alleyway, hiding behind buildings as you turn. When he's in a position not to hide, he tries to act, natural. But passive perception 14, you actually see this guy.
Who's walking next to me?
He does not have a really tall top hat, if that's what you're thinking.
That's why Steve and I were
That's what
doing
it
this.
He's back for his revenge. Bumps your shoulder. Bitch, I'm going back to the village.
He is actually the big bad of the entire campaign.
Who's standing next to you? I don't know who's walking with you.
As we're walking, I'm just
Oh,
gonna
cool.
kind of whisper to the group and just be like, seems we have a tail, boys. What's he? And then I'm just gonna kind of describe what he's wearing to the group, so everybody knows exactly who it is.
Black leather coat, mainly it's kind of like a raincoat. Modest kind of boiler hat. Really the same kind of clothing that you would see of not necessarily like the lowest commoner villager, but like someone who makes a little bit of money. Maybe a tradesman of some kind, or a shopkeeper, or something along that kind of class of people, kind of that kind of clothing. But mostly dark clothing. And he kind of is able to blend in fairly well with some of these buildings, which might be the purpose of those kind of clothes. But he is a man.
It's just us in our group, right?
Unless
Like-
you kidnapped Jessica, I believe so.
Or
Is that what you mean?
No.
did we take our arena to the Blue Water Inn already?
We have her with us.
We took
Oh, I
her
thought you
to-
said you were
is-
keeping her.
Yeah,
I
keep,
don't think
she's
we
with us right
decided.
now.
Yeah.
So we're going to Milavage's with her then.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so continue on the Milvages. Just let everybody know someone's watching you.
yep. And as soon as he lets us know, I'll probably let Irva fly up behind us and maybe keep an eye on the guy. See if he moves, changes direction, anything along those lines.
Okay. Coming up to the house, it's fairly run down. All these homes back here are in really bad shape, very poorly taken care of, if taken care of at all. Nothing's pruned, nothing's trimmed, nothing's painted, nothing's repaired. The wood shingles are falling off, sliding off the side of the roof, and they're piling toward the end of the bottom of the base of the building. coming up to the house. It's a mild porch with several holes in it. The door itself has several holes. Knocking on the door loudly. I imagine you are. Well, tell me what you guys are doing. I don't want to tell you what you're doing.
Knocking on the door loudly. No.
Do we? I mean, I hate to say this, but this is kind of a very important person to us at the moment. Do we go around the back and make sure he doesn't just jump out the back when we knock on the door?
Sounds like a job for me.
I was implying as such, yes, actually.
I don't know why he'd be inclined to run from us.
Indeed, who knows? But I feel like I would feel safer if we just assumed.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm going to sneak around to the back and find the entrance that the kid would flee from if he did.
Yeah, you go around the back, and you see kind of an outline of where a porch used to be, but it has since been like kind of tore up. Around the area, you see some tools and nails laying around. The back door is like wide open, and you hear a little bit of chatter, like maybe like girlish chatter on the inside, young girl, with a kind of a popping of a fire and some flickering of flame. But you imagine you're trying to like set up like maybe hiding back there. There's some like bushes and stuff you could probably kind of watch from.
If nobody notices me, I'm just gonna kind of stay by the porch and wait for them to go in.
Okay. So you guys kind of kept them a few minutes, and what are you doing?
I'd like to see what our mysterious follower is doing, just
That's what I was
to make
about to
sure.
say. I was going to casually take a look around, back to the wall of the porch, type of thing.
My eyes kind of go a little, or my eye singular kind of goes a little white, and I'll see through his eyes.
Well, he continued walking past you for a moment. He stopped and he started speaking with somebody, very elderly woman. Twitch, she was just kind of nodding and speaking with him. And then she kind of went into this house here. And then he rounded the bend to the right and went out of sight.
Any chance of getting a tidbit of that conversation?
Yeah, you definitely heard it was like very, very bland. Oh, how's your day? Oh, it's going okay. Real shit weather. I can't believe it's raining again. Stuff like that. Moves
It's
on.
thieves' can't.
Bust down a door of some elderly woman.
Yeah. That's Stranger Things.
And you do not see him come back.
Interesting. Okay. And I'll tell the group, Lucky, it seems like we might have avoided our tail for the moment as well.
From inside, you can hear somebody yell, pretty easy to hear. Save some for me. I'm the one that works for it.
Seems Mirage is home.
Sounds like they're eating too, so what better time than to knock on the door right now and interrupt their dinner time?
Agreed,
Or
agreed.
lunch.
A moment, gentlemen. Let me just, and I'll bring Irva kind of back to the back end of the house and have her like kind of come up to Ketham. Kind of a peaceful gesture, and she'll project into his mind with limited telepathy, just like a kind of a feeling of calm, and she's gonna sit on his shoulder.
Imagine Irva's trying to stay out of sight from people that are walking around the roads. I mean,
That's why, she's going
check
down to the back of the house.
You're able to open up your sheet and roll stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Jones, do you have advantage on, you said, persuasion checks against lower folk? Is that what it is?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay.
A group of
You
children down the road see Irva kind of moving around, all scream and run into a nearby house.
What was that all about? My passive perception's low. I didn't see him.
Don't worry about it.
we should probably hurry up because that will bring attention towards us.
Yep, let's knock on the door, I guess.
I'm gonna keep a watch for our boy. I'm just gonna kind of let them kind of handle this conversation and be chilling on the porch watching.
Who's knocking on the door?
Vale is. Vale, I'm gonna have you handle this since you're more in tune with the lower class.
With the
It's fine by
pores.
You know, we don't.
Asshole.
They're not very keen to being called the pores.
I didn't actually say that.
Did somebody say whore?
Easy, easy. You know, you might get yours back at the end. DM allowing.
We knock on the door, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not kicking it down or anything.
I'm just right now. I'm trying to debate whether or not, because that feature that you have works on people that aren't openly hostile, and this guy's going to be probably pretty hostile. We'll see how.
Oh,
it goes.
that's fair.
We'll see how the conversation goes. You go up and you knock on the door, and the handle isn't really locked into anything. The door kind of opens as you knock it. You just go, "What the fuck?" You hear footsteps coming up. What the fuck do you want?
Well, Milivaj, I presume?
Who's asking?
We are a group of travelers. We, potentially have some questions for you if, you'd be willing to invite us into your home.
And like you can kind of hear some of the chatter from the girls kind of get a little bit louder, and he immediately turns. Keep it down! Shut up! What do you want?
We'd like to talk to you.
Just okay. Hold on. I don't even know who you are. Tell you what. I just put some tea on. I like travelers. They're
Now
okay.
talking.
But let me clean up a little bit. Kind of messy, a little embarrassing.
As we don't judge, my friend. It's
I'll just
simple.
It'll be just a quick minute. And he shuts the door.
Wait, do I sense that he's being honest about that?
Yeah, I'm not letting him shut that
Yeah.
door. I'm gonna put my foot in it.
What would you say? What do you mean sense?
Like, I'm trying to look at facial
Do you have,
cues
like,
to see.
You detect thoughts on right now that I missed, or
No,
you just
no.
mean like watching?
Yeah, watching him, like look at his face to see if he's maybe lying.
well,
Or is
shifty
he
eyes.
trying to avoid us?
Give me an insight check.
And can I hear all this going on in the back?
I was just gonna say, the
What
feelings
you see
that
is
Vale.
what you get, and he immediately begins to move away from the door at shutting it. Yeah, you're kind of onto the track of what's happening here.
Well, this is good.
Whatever I'm like kind of feeling, whatever Vale's feeling is being like, I'd like to say it's just kind of being telepathically routed straight to you, Kevin, just so you know where we're at, kind of thing.
How are you accomplishing that?
It's limited telepathy through the dragon that's on his shoulder.
So,
It's any creature.
so you're
Magically communicate simple ideas, emotions,
okay.
and
I
images
know what that is.
telepathically. Okay.
You're communicating to Irva, and then Irva's communicating it to him.
Yes, as a relay, just to let him know kind of where we're at inside.
Okay, I'll think about that one because there's definitely some action economy involved with that, I think. But you hear as you're sitting at the door, telepathically communicating, you hear footsteps begin to run, and Ketham, you see the back door, which is already open. Actually, it doesn't even fly open. A young man jumped down from the house where there used to be a porch into the mud and started running.
Okay, so I was on the porch because I said
There
I
is
was
no
in
porch.
visit. I thought
Are you
said
standing
there
by
was a porch.
You're standing by. So think of like a house that used to have a porch. There is no porch. So
Oh,
it's like a door
and
that's
it's
up
like
high
just
and it's
straight. Okay,
straight
well then I'd
drop.
be standing like next to the door to where I could just like nab him.
Okay, make an athletics check.
How old is
Yeah,
this
well-
guy? Because you said what's his
Like a
face was
kid.
Young,
8.
very young man.
Gotcha.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics, or yeah, needs to be athletic. We'll
Still a good one.
use- Pretty sure.
Very solid.
If you can't overpower
Yeah, I'm wondering, is he like
Not quite a
8
grown
or is
man.
he like 15?
As he kind of jumps through, you kind of stick your arm out, grab him by the shirt and the chest, and he kind of like, and you grab hold of him, kind of knocking the air out of him a little bit. Kind of falls down. His sheer weight kind of dropping down as he falls in the mud, but you're still holding on to him.
Okay, I'm gonna press him into the mud and go, "Where were they?" No.
Where is she?
Where are the other drugs going?
I'm just gonna kind of grab him, and I'm gonna just slowly just kind of pin him up against the wall, and just be like, "Oh, you thought you were gonna pull a fast one on us, huh?"
I'm gonna make my way over to the back of the
Get
house.
off me!
Yeah,
Get off me!
I'll mention to everybody in the group now that's in the front that Ketham's got him out the back.
Help! Help!
I'm gonna put a hand over his mouth.
Help! Help!
I'm gonna stay at the front of the house, keeping an eye out for that guy.
While I'm waiting for them to come around, I'm just gonna kind of like glare at him and say, "Now listen to me. We can do this the easy way or the hard way."
Make an intimidation check.
Ooh, these rolls are clutch.
Boy.
Yeah, he's he immediately kind of like stops for a minute, maybe even just like smelling your breath. I'm not sure you brush your teeth, but he's super intimidated. No, he definitely stops, kind of yelling and screaming, kind of like looking around, just kind of nods his head.
Have we
I'm
made it
gonna-
to the back yet?
What do you want? What did I do?
I'm gonna take my hand off his mouth. I'm just gonna say, "Now listen. You're gonna answer these questions honestly.
All right, get off me.
What happened to the bones in the coffin?"
Hold up. Are we
Okay,
there yet?
are
or
they
not?
there
about
yet,
any
or-
bones.
Are they there yet?
Who's they?
Like
Us.
the rest of the
Oh,
party.
you tell me. Are you waiting for him?
No, I'm just gonna keep on pressing on. I'm gonna say, what did you talk to? Fuck, what was his name? Yes.
Yeska.
I don't know.
Yes,
Fuck, what's his
Yeska.
name?
What
about
did
that
you talk to Yeska about?
little choir boy? Nothing.
You're obviously lying. He told us differently.
I don't know anything about any old bones. You
I'm gonna
boner.
kind of tighten my grip and shove him up against the wall just a little bit harder.
Make another intimidation check.
Ooh.
I don't know nothing about no bones, and even if I did, what are you gonna do to me?
Could kill you, for starters.
I think at this point everybody kind of rounds the
Glad
back
the
of
paladin's not walking to the back right now.
So who's walking back there? I'm sorry.
I was gonna stay up front and keep an eye out for the guy.
Kalane and
Boulder,
Vale
that guy.
so far.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Judas is there or not.
Yeah, I'm joining with.
Okay,
the
you
group.
guys kind of come up. You see him kind of pressed up against the wall, and kind of like a little shithead of a smirk on his face, looking at Ketham. You kind of hear him say, "What are you gonna do to me?"
Nice catch, Ketham. We got a live one. Now, you happen to be Milovaz, right? Do you? I'm sure he's already asked this, but if you want to do this the hard way, we can definitely do that. I can probe your mind and find the answers that I seek, or you can just tell us.
Probe my mind? What are you, some little wizard geek?
I'm into the tech bots.
I'm gonna reach over to him. I'm gonna
Oh,
touch
I
him on the neck, and I'm gonna cast Charm Person on him.
All right, one sec. Let me
Oh,
show you
yeah.
what he looks like. I forgot. I had it open and I closed it, but this is
Oh,
what he
man.
looks like. It's this one's straight out of the book because it didn't look
probably
absolute
like-
dog shit.
It's gonna be like
But he
Dennis the
does-
Menace or something.
He does look like a punk a little bit.
It's a little punky, yeah. Looks like the guy from My Chemical Romance, actually.
He can join your band.
Yeah.
So you
Going in,
said
kid.
you're casting Charm Person.
Yeah.
All right, give me a sec. Go ahead and cast it, so that we have the info. Or you don't need a target, right? Or did it consume it at least?
It did consume it. Yeah.
Give me a second.
It just
get
if he saves a what is my spell DC? Oh shit, where do I find that?
Dude, I always struggle with that.
I believe it's 8 plus your level plus your modifier.
Spellbook, it's in the bottom left, Jums.
Yeah.
So 4.
Oh,
plus
perfect, 14. So yes, to fail a DC 14 Wisdom fail for it to work.
Okay. Ah.
He has legendary resistance. It's not going to work anyways.
Yeah. I almost did a.
Ooh.
I guess it didn't matter if it was charisma or not. Oh, he almost.
Ooh.
So in Charm Person, you attempt to charm a hero you can see within range, obviously. He fails to save, and if you fail to save until the spell ends, or you and your companions do anything harmful to it, say, I don't know, slamming against the wall, Ketham, just be careful. The charmed creature regards you as friendly acquaintances. Yeah. Whoa.
So that's
Harsh
advantage.
five, man. Look, all on my shirt. That's the only shirt I have, buddy.
As he says that, I'm gonna slowly,
Oh,
or like
man.
as I see that he gets charmed, I'm gonna slowly let him down.
Yeah,
You've gotten
sorry
so
about
strong.
that, bro.
I only mentioned like a minute ago, but you just seem so much stronger. Good for you. You've been lifting weights?
I'm just gonna walk off.
He'll get back to me. He'll get back to me later. That's a good guy. What an
So,
amazing
dude,
guy.
we
Yeah.
really, like, I hate to be this guy, but we
Oh,
kind
no.
of need to know
You go
about the
way
bones.
back. The
Way back.
bones.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
bones from the church. Yeah. Can you tell me anything about that?
You know, it did occur to me a minute ago to say this. I sold him to Bluto, the fisherman. I tricked him. I guess he's been struggling catching fish lately, and I told him he can make some good hooks out of the bones. And I kind of feel bad about it, but I needed money to feed me and my sisters, and he bought it because he's stupid. That's pretty.
Yeah,
Pretty smart.
Yeah, that's
Come
not
on.
bad. Not bad.
Good, good.
I'm not gonna
Slap
high
his face.
five you.
Here's his-
I'm gonna
Maybe later.
I have my own.
Oh, right. Pretty good.
Pretty smart.
Only fed us for a day. Not the best at markups, but yeah.
Milivosh, when my
Mhm.
man, if I do
Yeah.
say so myself, when was that?
Oh, week or two? I'm not really sure.
That's not too long ago. Yeah.
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 About how long he hasn't been catching fish for. Weird.
Uh,
Sorry, I'm not there, but I'm just over the table.
Yeah. So I mean, he totally bought it, and that little nerd down at the church, man. I don't know. I figured there was maybe some holy power to the bones.
So you stole them yourself, man?
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Secret between friends. Why not?
The power in the bones. Can you believe that? Load of rubbish. Listen.
Who's your friend inside? Actually, I'm curious.
My friends. Oh, those are my sisters.
Milivosh, I get the impression that you just don't have that much money. You're just trying your best to take care of them. Is that right?
Oh, we're dirt poor, man.
That's rough.
It sucks.
That's rough.
I'm like
so sorry.
digging holes to feed myself. Terrible.
Yeah.
You
And
don't
you
have
stole
any-
the bones because you were desperate, right? I feel that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Why else would I do it? I'm not like a
Yeah.
dirtbag or anything, you know.
No, not at all. No, I can't see that.
hmm
Man, well,
Well, I'm getting real wet out here. I might head on in.
Oh yeah,
Um,
by all means.
All right, to your buddy, man. What a brute.
Now
He got me good.
yes.
he's a bit rough, yes, around the edges, but yeah, just moving forward. I imagine we're going to leave now, yes, friends? I'll speak to you guys.
I believe so. I don't think there's much else that Milliwash can tell us that will help us. Unless you have anything else you're holding back on us, Milliwash. Anything else you want to
Oh,
talk to us about?
just be careful what you hear around here. People are crazy, man.
If you're telling me, you're telling me, buddy.
Finger guns.
uh, yes.
Yeah, you guys are great. I feel like I mean, we just met, but I just love you guys.
Ah,
The feelings mutual, and it may not last. Like just saying, who knows? But if you feel a different way about us in about an hour or so, just remember we could be friends if you tried. And I'll slide him 2 gold.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen a piece of gold before. Is this real?
Indeed,
I don't know why I'm
it
biting it. I don't know what I just seeing people do it. Yeah, it's a fun thing to do. Well, thank you. This will feed us for like 2 months.
wait, really?
Well, yeah, if we keep it cheap and buy cheap
Um,
vegetables and things and don't eat wolf steaks, we'll be
You
fine.
know, here's another one. Take care of your sisters.
Wow, 3
That's
months. You guys are
3
just
months.
what an amazing just interaction.
A swell bunch of guys.
You're very welcome, and I wish to let you know now that when you think of this conversation in the future, I am sorry. I do not wish you any ill will. You have a tendency to be a bit rough around the edges yourself.
Let's
I was
just
gonna
chalk it up. We're just friendly acquaintances now.
I
Let's
was
just
gonna
keep it at
say,
that.
try to be nicer to the little nerd boy at the church. Yeah, he's trying his best, you know.
You make some really good points. I might,
Yeah,
I'll consider that. Thank
yeah.
you.
And then the term ran out.
It's an hour.
God damn it.
Any other questions?
Throwing
or anything
out for a
him?
whole hour.
It's truly.
Chilling and vibing, dude.
You want to just come, man?
You just, I got
I
some
just made some
meat
dinner, dude.
inside.
Come on.
Is there anything else you guys are asking him?
No, we're good. I
Big
think. Right?
shit-eating grin on him. All right, man. Well, take
Alright,
care, guys. I'm off to go get some food. We're starving to death. In this
No doubt. No doubt.
And Nelly
All
Rush,
right.
you deserve it,
See
man.
ya. All right, give him one of these.
Give you one of
See you
these.
guys. He just like very happily just strides away. It's a charm spell. I know it's not supposed to just make him happy, but I don't know. That's just the effect it had. It has different effects on people.
During this entire interaction, have I seen Bowler Hat Guy show up again?
No.
Okay.
Once he leaves, I'm gonna look at Dale. I hate that fucking guy.
But give me a perception check, Dallin.
Oh, me. Okay.
What are these throws? These D4s.
It started happening after a sneaky bone dragon flew in front of some children, so I don't know. Well,
Okay, you don't see him.
Okay.
You looked all around, up and down the road. You've been keeping watch. You haven't seen him. It's a pretty easy area to keep a lookout. There's not like
yeah, I'm not
bunch
like
of shit on.
super. I'm just kind of like chilling, just keeping a low profile, Big
You could
armored
take, like,
man on an orphanage porch or whatever.
5-minute break. I gotta
Yes,
race like a
please.
piss horse, as they say.
Please.
It's a great idea.
We're back. on, settle down. Drums and droll are loud. Got that like 10 times now, you two.
What's up?
Panic and Hets are like, Jums and Joel are louder than everyone else. Oh, because I have Jums at 130% because he's usually so quiet.
At least they're letting you know.
Yeah. I don't know what to do.
I definitely want you guys to let me know if anything's broken or too loud or something.
How do I go back to... How do I go back to the multi... No, and now it's all... There we go. Yeah, John, if you don't mind banning Heads and Panic, thank you.
Yeah. Banning?
Huh?
You said banning them?
Yeah, John's gonna ban Heads and Panic from my chat.
Why?
Because they're bugging me about audio levels.
They're having too much fun at Hunter's expense. Yeah, I was dying. I was like, gotta find a good stopping point. I go to piss, dude. All right. So he meanders, climbs back up into the house. Oh wait, still got some missing people.
Also, yeah, before we finish fully tonight,
Finish.
at least arranging if we are gonna do Sunday or not.
I'm down. 100%. I'm good to go.
Yeah, I mean, same. Like, I can do during the day. I can do it
Let's
at night.
do it, and then whoever doesn't show up, their character
Kill 'em
just
off.
dies. They just die.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Okay. And then when next session we'll bring it back as what are those called? Reborn? They're like actually undead, but they're
I was gonna say Periwimple, but you know.
Yeah, my next character is Periwimple.
Just something occurs to him, and he must go and find the party.
So Milivosh kind of gives you guys one of these and begins to climb back in the house. What are you guys doing?
Well,
Guessing we go to the Blue Water Inn and find out where Bluto lives.
well, before we get over there, are we wanting to just confront him? He may not even know the true power of these things. Maybe we ought to just try to buy him off him. If they're not working for him, if he ain't caught no fish, maybe he's willing to part with it.
Well, the point Kalane made was finding him first.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I'm saying, like, whenever we do find him, what's our plan? I mean,
Well,
I didn't expect Ketham to be back there and just, you know, trying to strangle the poor lad.
Well, we got a couple.
It's a
of
literal
options.
poor lad.
One of those is to why not charm Bluto again? That worked pretty well. Or he might just be looking for some more gold, which I'm sure we're happy to pay for those bones.
Hey, exactly.
Regardless,
I'm
I
just
think
saying.
we think we should move pretty quickly. The dragon gave us unwanted attention, I believe.
Oh, probably. We can. Wait. Do we know what dragon? I don't think I know of any dragon. Have I seen a dragon?
What?
What are you
Okay,
guys
what I
talking
said.
about? Where are you guys going?
Yeah, what's happening?
Yeah,
What?
the dragon. Like, have we
What?
seen it?
He sent it out to the back.
Yeah, you've all seen it.
Okay, we
Oh,
Oh,
actually
you're talking
have.
about the
Yeah.
familiar.
Yeah, the familiar. Okay, I
What
just want to
about
make sure we've actually
That,
like.
yeah, that was
witnessed
like 2
that.
sessions ago, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
you
don't
showed all
remember
you
if that
guys
was
that.
like revealed or I.
What are we talking about with it, though?
God
What's
damn
going
it,
on?
Steven.
What? I'm
So
just trying. I
whenever the
forgot
dragon
something.
I
went
know,
from
I
the
know.
front to the back, little kid started screaming.
Jesus
That's when he
fucking
started.
Christ.
I just said we should probably get going before we draw any more
Oh, we
unwanted
should get
attention.
going. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You guys are headed to the inn.
Yep.
Very well. It is getting about, let's say, at 6 p.m. Making your way downtown to the Blue Water Inn.
Keep an eye
walking
out for Bowler
slow.
Hat Boy.
Give me a perception check.
Ooh.
I am not going to cheat. I just don't want you to see his modifiers. You do not see him.
I don't know if that
You know,
face was
people-
like he barely cut it or he got like a nat 20.
I mean, DMs, you can kind of gauge like how strong somebody is by their modifiers, so that's a
Oh.
dead giveaway.
totally.
But I wouldn't cheat.
He's
you
got a
out of
plus 11. It's Raz.
that.
Brad
So you
said
guys
plus 13, thank you.
Shit.
moving back to the Blue Water Inn, walking into the establishment. A lot more people here. You actually don't foresee yourself getting a table anytime soon. There's a lot of people eating and drinking here. Some that are really bland people, kind of conversing quietly to the music. There's not the guy from earlier, but a different person playing music. And you can see the wife that you saw earlier of Erwin's moving back and forth, serving people, with Erwin himself coming out with plates of food. Around this is definitely dinner time. But you do see the colorfully dressed gentleman previously who's here, still having a drink in his hand, communicating with people. What are you guys doing?
When he's like, take the plot hook already.
Take the what?
The plot hook already.
Nah, man, this is like Majora's Mask. There's times where people are doing different things.
That's
I have
just-
to describe it.
Yeah, I know. It's just the tone
just
you took.
playing.
You were like,
Yeah.
and he's,
And he's
still,
still
here.
He spends most of the daytime there.
Getting that impression.
Did we see Bluto? Bluto the fisherman?
You do not.
Fat greasy man.
Yeah,
Bluto
fat
walked
greasy.
out.
Here.
Bluto walked in
you-
earlier. After
He might have come back. I don't know. We've been gone for a few hours.
do we see Erwin?
Yeah, he's running steaks and beef broth out of the kitchen, serving people, running back in and out.
Gonna kind of get Erwin's catch his eye real quick and oh hey there Erwin, we were real quick. I thought where does that fisherman live? Does he live down by a dock somewhere? We were hoping we could kind of get some tips on how to fish. I mean, maybe we can help him out.
Well, he has a fisherman's hut just outside of Vallaki, near the shore of the lake itself.
All right.
30 minutes walk.
Does he usually stay out there? We were hoping to catch him before he's done for the day.
Well, the man can't afford a drink here, so I imagine he can't afford a room anywhere. It is his only place of his only domicile. But you're more than welcome to check behind the place, as he's known to pass out drunk there many a times. And I'm not doing the man's voice for some reason. Sorry, I apologize.
Well, that's not very cheerful of you. But yeah.
Well, I mean, it's true. The man falls asleep in his own shit. If you don't, someone's got to watch him.
At least he goes to bed warm.
You're an idiot.
Oh, God. I only have one thing to say, Steven.
Yeah.
I have a few.
Huh?
Anything else
Ugh.
for Erwin,
Yeah.
real quick? He's got to go back to cooking steaks.
Well,
We're not gonna hold him.
almost slipped into the other one. Holy shit.
Okay, I'm off. And he runs back and he's got a big tray, and these people, oh, where's my fucking food?
That was pretty good, Steven.
Hmm.
Got some zingers today. So what say you all? Should we go to his house?
Check around back first, make sure he's not here.
Sure, might be past
We'll
that.
go check the shit pile out back.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Does it smell like fresh human shit?
Well, man.
Make a perception check for your smell, and then Dallin, you can make a perception check to see if he's there.
Okay. Come on, man. These perception checks have been ass.
Judas smells like stables. The mound of shit seems to be of horses, and then off yonder you see a outhouse, a couple of them. Dallin, you see Judas staring at shit for a minute, trying to tell if it's human or horse feces. But other than that, no. An immediate area on the shit heap or around the back side of the buildings. Plain as day. It's not like he's out in the open, you wouldn't see him. You do not see him in the area.
Is he hiding back here, passed out somewhere? Right. To his house.
Well,
somehow?
you might see something else in the process, which you may have not seen it.
Yeah. Before we leave here, should we set Irina up for the night? So we don't drag her around on all of our errands.
I'm fucking wet and cold.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Irina.
exactly.
Yeah.
I was trying to take her here first, but they wanted to chase the child.
Fuck the child. Oh, fuck that child.
Whoa, let's
Fuck
just
them
segue
kids.
forward. So you guys
I corrected
paying
it. I corrected
for-
it before anybody.
Paying for rooms, you paying for a guest house. What's the plan with her? Or are you just telling her to stay at the inn
guest
and drink?
house. No, guest house. Let's. I mean, we're gonna be here for the night. We're not going anywhere.
Need 2 gold pieces.
Done.
I'm down to scraps here, boys. So, you don't mind. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Them kids.
Fuck them kids.
Sometimes I forget how rich you are, Bill. Out of character content. Okay, so yeah, you buy the room. It's fairly formidable. It's the same as the inside of the inn. It's got iron bars for the windows that you can. The iron shuts, and the door is like 2 doors. It's pretty secure.
Armbar in the inside the door,
Oh,
so
yeah.
we can bar it
The
up.
whole schmeckle
Yeah.
for all your schmeckles.
Place is more secure than my barracks back in Waterdeep.
That's Barovia.
Who's that?
Irina?
Pluto.
He comes out,
He's
out
in
of the dark
room.
with the shiv.
All right, so you guys
Bird.
making the journey north to Bluto's fisherman wharf shack. Whatever
Yeah.
the hell it is.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Might as well.
Make sure Irina's. Let's
Yeah.
all say goodbye to Irina, so we don't walk away from her yet. Everyone, goodbye, Irina.
Irina will be back
Goodbye.
tonight.
Goodbye. Is it-
Yep.
Stay
And you
safe.
guys begin your 30-minute journey north. And doing this, you are leaving the palisade, obviously. And it's a 30-minute walk from the town. And it's about 6 p.m. after the room, moving her in. I'd say another 30 minutes burned by. Smelling shit and stuff takes time. 6:30 p.m. It's starting to get dark. And you guys begin to make your way out of the north gate, to which some guards kind of hail you. We're closing up the gates for the night.
As we're
You can-
leaving.
We will let you back in, but just know that most people don't go out at night. That's your warning.
It's already dark at 6:30.
It's getting dark.
Getting dark.
Well,
And, this
hold up, Mr. Guard, sir.
day-
I just wanted to. Do you know the fisherman? His name's Bluto. We were told that he was going to give us a fishing lesson, and then he disappeared on us, and we don't know where he's at. Did he come through this gate going back home?
Fishing lesson. I heard he hasn't caught a fish in a week. Yeah, he came by here not too long ago.
All right, so he's probably gone. Yeah, all right. I think this way is the way to go, fellas.
So, soldiers, if we come back here in about an hour or so, will you be able to open the gate for us? Make sure that we're able to get back in?
Yeah, just do us a favor. Don't sneak up on the damn thing. Let us know that you're approaching.
We'll announce our presence.
Yes. If you don't, you may want to duck.
Fair enough.
So they kind of edge the gate open. They refer to this as the Zarovich Gate, or Gate to the Lake, is how they were referring to it in that conversation. Which I didn't do, but you should know. And you guys begin to make your journey upward from the gate. And as I said, it takes about 30 or so minutes. I need a marching order from you guys. This road can fit 3 or 4 abreast if you guys are all marching next to each other, but
Are we like going through woods, or like what's the?
Yeah, a little bit of woods.
Okay.
The woods kind of encroach up to the road as you guys are walking. There's what you see is what you get immediately. It's like fields, but as you kind of go up, the roads kind of, or excuse me, the woods kind of encroach. And you see that ever familiar fog and the light rain as it's comes down. Not a heavy rain yet, but it's gone from sprinkling to an actual like regular rain. The road is muddy. It's no longer cobblestone, and
Ooh.
you can see about 80 or so feet in front of you.
Yes, Vasily said to stay with the cobblestone. This should get interesting.
Well, he said stay with the cobblestone
I
to
know.
get to the
I know,
town.
I know. I'll be up front with whoever. And
I'll
if it
go up front as well.
and if it gets dark, I might
I'll
light
be up there.
If it gets real dark, I'm probably gonna have to light a torch. These human eyes can't see very far.
Yeah, I have dark vision for 120 feet. Do I see past the 80 at all?
It's not because it's dark, it's because of the fog, so no.
Gotcha.
You're limited. Okay, so about 10 minutes passes.
Like the happy end music as we're creeping through the dark, spooky woods.
Oh yeah, the music didn't... Oh, it's because I didn't activate the map. Let me pull you guys. We'll go back to this image.
Ooh.
And leave it on that one, and there we go. Okay. You guys make your way down this trail, and it's doesn't take long. You don't seem to see or hear anything immediately. You can still see kind of the glow of torchlight from the town, but as you get down through the road and the forest kind of encroaches and all the fog kind of like sets in, begins to fade. Noticeably brighter behind you just from the sheer shine, but it gets a bit more. Vision begins to get worse. And it's gotten to the point where it's about 60 feet as you guys are continuing on. And another 10 minutes goes by as you're walking down this road. You begin to kind of, no, it's not the sea. I was gonna say you can smell the lake, but you don't. No, it's not like the sea breeze. You don't smell salt, so never disregard that. You can
Smells
see
like
them.
dead fish or something.
Hey, what's that?
Smells like dead fish or something.
No, not quite.
Like
It's still a little too far for that.
Might
But
be a little cooler.
much the same as earlier, you guys are making your way down. Still about 60 feet of movement, or of vision.
If it's getting dark, I'm gonna light a torch. Area up front.
It's definitely getting dark.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, I mean, pretty easy
I know
to
it's
do.
raining, but you said it was kind of just a light sprinkle, right?
Well, no, it started to fully rain. But
torches
torches
stay-
are...
I'll see you
Same.
struggling with the torch. I'll come over. I'll give you light on whatever piece of equipment you wish.
Struggling.
It's the rain. Come on.
He was just about to say a torch will be fine, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the way that it would be maybe okay. I don't know much about how well-oiled torches work in rain,
Yeah,
to be
me
honest
either.
with you. I'm willing to listen to input. I hadn't really think of that.
I'm just trying to burn some weight.
We can just go with the light thing, because I
Sure.
would say maybe it would struggle in the rain. Lighting it probably wouldn't be too difficult, but I don't see it surviving an onpour of rain for very long. And you would probably know that as a character.
I got a bullseye
need-
lantern. I'm pulling out the bullseye lantern. That's what I'm gonna do. 'Cause that has like a massive cone of light. I'm gonna do that. Like a giant flashlight.
Okay. You can see 60 feet in front of you towards the fog.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine. You pour a little bit of oil in there, so if you have an oil flask, you need to consume it.
I hadn't used this at all. Did it not have any in it? I don't have any oil, so never mind. I'll just take the light.
If this is the first time you've used it, it came half full. So I believe that lasts for 2 hours. Memory.
Okay.
I'll have to check later. I don't really feel like checking now. We're getting close here.
Yeah, you're good.
So we'll just say you're good for the duration of this trip. I need everybody to give me a perception check.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Check. Where's mine? Oh, there it is.
Where are these
What?
sixes, man?
The least perceptive person got the only one without any bonuses. Got a 20.
Take
Oh
it.
wait, no, Clayne, you do too. Shit.
Yeah, I ain't perceptive.
Give me a marching order again, because I forgot to ask, because it narrows through this area, and it's basically 2 by however many there are of you.
I'll be behind the front too.
I'll be in front with the
Yeah.
lantern out.
I was in the very front, and then I'll shift back with Vale.
I'll be the very back.
Myself and Kevin. You're muted, Austin.
You guys round this bend,
Right.
Okay, Kevin down.
and the fog closes in even further. You could see about 10 feet in front of you. It moves at a very quick pace as it swirls. You almost hear a hollowed as it moves in. And up ahead of you, you see a glowing amber light. And then there's 2 of them. All around you, you begin to hear screechings of bats. You hear a wolf howl off into the distance. You hear a twig snap. The wind blows through. The wind kind of begins to shift. Where it was a light wind coming in from the north is now kind of blowing in from the east. It begins to. You see the trees shake. You begin to hear almost kind of like a moan off in the distance.
Just all 3 of you.
Yeah.
Shit your pants and put on your mage armor.
Off in the distance,
Oh.
you see this gargantuan beast kind of illuminate
Oh,
these eyes and this face and a familiar formation on its forehead and the markings that you've seen in so many different places.
behind us.
It's behind us?
This is in front of you. It's this map. I did it backwards, but yeah, you're headed this way.
You pointed to the right.
This way. You don't see him?
Okay.
I see him.
No,
but
I see him.
I'm at the back though.
I know. I need to fix
Okay,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
I
just making
haven't
sure.
moved you guys yet. And with those perception checks, Judas and Vale, you guys aren't surprised by what you can see standing up there. You hear the trappings of. Well, Judas can see that. And overhead. And I'd say for you guys that did not fail, which is the 2 that I listed, you hear more movement coming from down here, through the bushes and trees. And unfortunately, we do have to stop here.
Oh.
Unless you guys want to do a round of combat. I'll keep going. I just know some guys.
One round is gonna be just a
Crap
tease.
Either that, or we do at least the discussion too. If Austin, if you have to leave right away, like scheduling our next one.
That's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, I gotta go. So probably just schedule and then go because
Okay.
early.
Yeah, one round is gonna be a tease.
Truly.
You guys can roll initiative if you want. It's there for you.
Yeah, sure.
How do we do that one again?
Open up the combat window, click the dice.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's the fastest way to do it.
Nice.
Ding, boy.
Did they all get their mage armors off while they got spooked from the noises? All 3 of them cast it.
I was
You
just
guys didn't get that shit off. Get out of here.
I was just
What are you
gonna
talking about?
honestly, as soon as you said we had visibility of 10 feet, I was like, this fucking Vale's a
Yeah.
bitch, man.
I
like,
told you guys that, and then I told you make perception checks. You guys just all of a sudden are like, oh, he said perception check.
no,
Mage armor.
no, it was before the perception check, man.
Yeah.
It was well before. As soon as you said it was down to 10 feet of vision, I was like, no,
I can see it.
Vale would be fucking
I
popping
can see
that.
perception checks were 5 minutes ago. Veil 3 minutes ago. Mage armor.
What?
Perception checks were a minute ago. Oh, that was initiative. Just kidding. That was initiative.
Yeah,
we did
6 minutes.
perception
minutes.
checks
Minutes.
first to see if you saw the enemies. This is all happening immediately. You don't have mage armor on. You're gonna have to use an
It's a
action.
free action for me anyway, so.
Okay, so I get that back.
They all
You'll have to wait to use it.
I'm putting on my actual armor. Cool.
Well then. So just delete it, or
Panic saying we have a stream.
I'll
Pull up the
pull
VOD. Get the instant replay.
I mean, go ahead. Like,
No,
but
I'm-
you guys did not cast it before we started doing perception checks to see if you saw something attacking. You guys, the two guys that I mentioned, won't be surprised. So you'll be in the turn order, but everybody else, you're slow to react to what's coming.
Pulling the stream.